Welcome to the Gangcast, aka the Games and Not Games podcast. I'm Janet Garcia, and joining me as always is Isaiah Smith.
Hello.
And we back, and we
Facts.
Chance has a new album, Isaiah. It's a whole new world.
It's really good.
Chance has a new album. Silk Song is, I don't think it's here by the time you listen to this, because I think this goes live like a day or two before. Mm-hmm. But Silk Song exists. It's a whole new society since we've last recorded.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a bunch of weeks without an episode because we had the Minnesota trip. Then I came back, and within that week, like less than 7 days from coming back from that trip, I went to Germany. And that was like a Saturday to Saturday trip. We normally record on Sundays. And that brings us to here. So that's how quickly a few weeks gets away. We all had dreams about squeezing in an episode here or there, but those dreams quickly passed me by because I'm like, it just takes a lot to try to like dog out an episode really quick in the midst of everything else. But I did achieve one of my modern life dreams, which is being fully packed before the day that I actually leave for the flight, which normally I'm packing that like morning, even when the flight's in the morning. Like I'm still kind of just putting those finishing touches. But yeah, it worked out and it was fun. And we'll be talking about a bunch of that today. Anything you want to, I guess, share with how was your inadvertent Gangcast break?
It was fine. It was definitely nice to have some relaxing Saturdays and weekends in general of not having to edit and do all that and everything. But also I kind of missed it. Yeah, it's like it's one of those things where I feel like most meteor projects that you take on, it is work, and when you get a break from that work, you realize how much you're doing to like make that thing happen, kind of thing. How much time you're dedicating and everything like that. But also, if you're away from it for too long, you're like, oh man, I kind of miss it. Like it was nice being in that flow, finding your rhythm and doing your processes and everything like that. Glad to be back. Feels good.
Nice.
Feels good to be in a chair.
All right, you ready for games?
Let's talk games.
We're talking about Gamescom today, and then I will also do a little bit of a mention of some stuff with Germany at large. As I said a few moments ago, Gamescom is one of the two big reasons. Basically, this show is like what we've been up to since we've been gone. Kind of vibe. But yeah, with Gamescom, we'll talk opening night live, and then the games I played as well. So starting with opening night live, we're pulling from IGN's sort of wrap-up article. That just is kind of covering everything that was shown at Gamescom opening night live. Isaiah, I was there live in the audience, waving to you from hoping that you'd see me.
I saw you. Yeah.
You did? Yeah, you felt my presence in there.
I felt it, yeah.
Me and Anna over there. What stood out to you in opening night live? What did you think overall of the show in general, though, too?
I thought it was fine. I think as a whole, I appreciate that there is still an effort to do these bigger showcases that like really kind of puts gaming in front of the world again for like, even if it's just like a brief moment across all the good and the bad in the industry and everything like that. Like it's still nice to have these just like moments of showcasing of what's to come, the cool things that are happening, the cool games, the cool ideas, things like that. Right. Always like that. Always appreciate it. This Gamescom being no exception to like, all right, but how are we going to pay for this? And like, so all that said, I really liked Gamescom opening night live. I think that there were definitely some games that were shown off and I'm like, oh no, this is definitely an Isaiah game. I'm going to play this, which I'm sure we'll talk about more in a bit. Right. But it also made me appreciate a lot of the like smaller showcases more too, that like, which I don't know if Gamescom has that. Like I know in the summer, like Summer Games Fest and things like that, there's Summer Games Fest is like the big pillar that things latch onto, but then like you'll have, other indie showcases and things like that kind of popping up. I don't know if you really get that with Gamescom too.
No, not really. It's not as much of like a magnet for showcases in the same way. What did you think about, I'm trying to find the exact quote, but I'm struggling to find it word for word. I'll be digging around to see if I can. What did you think about Jeff's mention of E3? Oh, here we go. I got the quote. I pulled it from a place called bossrush.net. Shout out to y'all. You had the quote I needed.
Yeah.
Where he said, it turns out that E3 didn't die.
It just
moved right here to Germany.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't think Gamescom and E3 are anywhere near the same. Like, from what I gather, having been to neither event in person, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are definitely the more qualified person on this show to talk about that now. But in my mind, like, Gamescom has always kind of been for the public, and E3 only like more recently got there, and the difference there can almost be felt when you're like when I'm viewing coverage from it. Like, it feels more you're hearing about people walking the show floor and talk like everyday people, like your friends, the public, other smaller podcasts who maybe wouldn't get an invite to a exclusive kind of like a media only event kind of thing. Like, they're talking more at a place like Gamescom. Whereas E3, I felt like for a long time was very much, I need to like go to an outlet. I need to go to a big outlet to get their coverage because no one has the inside scoop. No smaller TikToker is just like walking around talking about what's there kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I could say that it's just moved to Germany. But I do think the more recent iterations of E3 are closer to what Gamescom is doing. So I guess there is some truth there, I don't know, but what do you think? Like, having been to both, like, is my perception very wrong as someone who's like only outside looking in kind of thing, or is it?
No, I mean, I think like, it was an interesting comment. I don't really know why he made this comment. He just caught a vibe or something. I mean, he obviously scripts all his stuff, so I'm sure that was like a planned thing. But, like, yeah, I heard him say that and I'm like, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Not literally, obviously, but that was one of my first thoughts. Yeah, I think the fact that we're still mentioning E3, that someone like Jeff would mention E3 in 2025 when E3 hasn't existed
for 3.
No, for longer. The last E3 was, I believe, the one I went to in 2019.
I thought they came back with the one, like the remote one or something like that.
Yeah, they did have a digital one, I guess, in maybe 2021. Yeah, they did they skipped a year. And they did a virtual one in 2021. And that was like really weird.
That was the real end.
Yeah. So either way, so even being more lax, 4 years, 4 years later, and you're still talking about E3.
Yeah,
that's the impact of E3. Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, like no one's ever gonna get there. I think everyone wants it, but I don't think it can be replicated again. I think the industry has basically moved on from E3. Yeah, I don't know that E3 could ever really come back and then reconjure up what it was already kind of losing what it was when it died. Yeah. It's part of why it died, once PlayStation pulled out and then combined with like COVID and everyone sort of like learning how to do showcases on their own and then realizing, why am I paying you all this money when I can do this on my own?
Yep.
And also, something I mentioned a lot, as much as I love E3 for its having that like Super Bowl moment, having that playoffs vibe, having it this is your big time. It's the final exam of video games. What does each publisher and each like console maker have to bring to the table?
Yeah.
This is the day it's due. I think that's great for having really big news in one part, having a good lead up in the year, having structure. But it would be silly not to acknowledge the fact that that was really rough working conditions for a lot of the industry, which the whole industry is a lot of rough working conditions. So I'm not saying that like crunch is solved without that, but like you see many stories of people dying to make these E3 demos. So it wasn't all like, man, it wasn't that fun. It's like, okay, maybe it was fun to consume, but like it also had like a real financial commitment and labor commitment that was like kind of toxic. Probably.
I think as soon as you pull back the curtain and you talk to anyone who put on any of these things, you find that like, oh man, this is really great for the consumer. Like you said, like this is a marketing, and it does, right? Every year I would look forward to E3 as a teen, even someone in college too, right? It's like, I want to know what I'm playing. I want to know what's coming, what's on the horizon. What do I have to look forward to? And you just start learning about what it takes to put that together. And it's like, oh my gosh.
People die for this. People die for this. So you're so for the, no, literally. So obviously it wasn't all like, it's so great. Like that is kind of a con. But also, I would argue that's a con of like that's an issue in the industry at large. Like, I don't think everyone's life is now it's easy. But does it create like a vacuum for like intense working conditions for like everyone involved? And it's true for media as well, I suppose. E3 is definitely more intense than like SGF. But yeah, it did feel kind of like let's not make it like when he said that, it was kind of like don't make this what it is. You know what I mean? Like, don't you doing too much? Like, I didn't really vibe with that, but I did think it was an interesting like little bit of dialogue that kind of surfaced. You mentioned there were some Isaiah games shown at Opening Night Live. What are some of the standouts for you that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so I think as a whole, there was a really big focus on like shooters. Again, watching it, I felt there was a big, just like huge presence of shooters. Opening Night Live, a little bit of like, if you were not careful, like if you were someone who only like passively watched Opening Night Live, or like, oh, you're just checking in every couple minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a chance you can come in and be like, man, they're showing the same game for like 20 minutes. And that's because every 7 minutes, a similar looking game comes on screen, right? Of those, though, Chronos was one that stood out for me. This like weird time altering Dead Space vibey kind of thing. I love Dead Space, huge Dead Space fan. So anything that like is remotely similar to Dead Space kind of interests me. Until I can get more Dead Space proper. So that stood out to me. I know Cult of the Lamb is getting some DLC. I like Cult of the Lamb. That was a fun game.
Would you go back and play the DLC though?
I would.
You haven't played the other DLCs. Why do you think this one would be different?
Because I now have a Switch 2 and am hungry for something.
I didn't know
play.
you had it on Switch. I thought you had it on.
Well, no, I'm saying I would like.
Oh, you'd buy it and kind of just like get in there.
Oh yeah, something to play on this console, like because again, I'm sure we'll talk about it. Donkey Kong isn't for me. Mario Kart's not for me. I'm waiting for Metroid, and we'll see if that feels good. But I want something to play on this new device that I have, and Cult of the Lamb sounds like a great. They put a bundle on there that some. Definitive edition or something like that, then that comes with all the DLCs and everything. I'll totally hop back into that world.
It's called Woolhaven, which is really cute.
It's really good.
Even though I'm like I'm not a big DLC person, but I did love Cult of the Lamb. I should go back and work on my platinum for that.
Yeah. Or I don't know, Nintendo points, whatever
No, I don't want them funky Nintendo points. You go play on Nintendo though. I'll be on my on my PS5. Where it all began.
Obviously they showed some Ghost of Yotai.
Sure, yeah.
Which, yeah, sure. I didn't really like Ghost of Tsushima as much as I had hoped I would. So, and I don't think this is gonna be that different. So,
well, here's the question: how far away were you from liking Ghost of Tsushima?
Not far enough that I think it's a lost. I don't think Ghost of Yotai is a lost cause.
See, that's what I mean. Like, if it's just a little, if you just need it to be a little bit better, maybe they'll get that last little bit in this next game.
Like somebody who didn't like Spider-Man 1 could play Spider-Man 2 and be like, oh no, like they did just enough for me to be in there now. I could totally see that being the case with Tsushima to Yotai. Obviously the GOAT. Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. Honestly, Legacy of the Dark Knight is probably the number one game I saw.
I was so bummed that they didn't bring Lego Batman out on stage because like that would have been fun.
Bro, seeing these key moments from the movies coming in Lego Batman universe, I'm for it. I am 100% for it.
That's also one of my most anticipated ones from here because it's multiplayer, right? Like we can play together.
Yeah, I believe.
I think they're all like. I think those games are just like always.
Yeah, they kind of lend towards like parent child being able to play together, or just like kids playing together.
Two married people. What maybe married when this comes out? I don't think it doesn't have a hard date.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. So probably.
Let's see.
I wonder what the first game we'll play together married.
It's got to be something like.
I'm telling you right now, get ready to be annoyed because I'm gonna do that for like everything. That first, our first. I'm gonna try to space it out a little bit because I know it's gonna annoy you, but I'm gonna be like, wow, our first podcast together, married.
I mean, you get that for a bit.
I'm gonna be like SpongeBob, where he was like, at night.
I burned myself
at night. Night. Dark Knight, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, just is coming soon. So.
I do have my eye on Moonlighter 2. I know that's
Yeah.
kind of been, it wasn't like announced or anything at Opening Night Live.
You're just shown.
But yeah, just looking at it, seems cool. I bounced a little bit off. Actually, I bounced pretty hard off of Moonlighter 1.
What was your beef with it again?
It didn't feel as good as I hoped it would.
Okay. I don't know what the first one felt like, because I kind of had the issue. I previewed Moonlighter 2 at SGF, and it didn't feel as good as I hoped it felt. So I wonder.
So the first one,
it was like a different format, though, right?
Yeah, it was very Binding of Isaac kind of.
Like more like top down, and this is like more of a kind of an isometric kind of dungeon crawler perspective.
That's my understanding.
Yeah, like it. Well, to me, it also felt like one of those things where maybe as I get more abilities, because I like the fun of going in somewhere. I think the real beef I had, and I wonder if you had this in Moonlighter 1, you have like a broom that you can hit people with. It didn't feel like tactile enough.
No.
Is that was the beef you had?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a part of it.
That's still in there.
I could get over that though, because you also pick up different weapons and stuff.
That's the thing too. I'm hoping that like it's one of those games where it's like it doesn't feel that great, but the ideas are really fun. Yeah. Like on the ideas in Moonlighter 2, and you can fill in the gaps for me for Moonlighter 1. I loved that it had stuff like you can get these relics. Mm-hmm. And you can slot them in your inventory, and where you place them in the inventory can change the okay, so Moonlighter 1 was like that too then, I'm guessing. Or as well. Yeah, like that was really fun. So it's like it's interesting. I think we'd have to do more research to do this as a topic, but I would love to do like games that you enjoy despite them not feeling that good, because there are some games where it's like
that'd be really good.
You know what? I don't care. I'm still gonna play it. I'm still having fun. Yeah, Moonlighter 2 I definitely want to check out for sure.
And I think as far as like ones that stood out to me,
are you gonna hit up like, Outer Worlds 2?
Ah, man. So I played Outer Worlds 1.
Did you beat it?
I did beat it.
Okay.
It was actually very short. It was pretty short. Yeah. Kind of one of these games. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to play more. Like, it felt like poor man's Fallout, which I think was the selling point of it, kind of thing. It's like, oh, you like Fallout? Well, this is a Fallout like, we got goofy characters and this big moon face man and everything, which I love moon face man. But like, I don't know, it felt
we could try to find his real name.
It felt very
his name's just Moon Man.
Is it really?
I think so.
I mean, Moon Man's awesome. I like Moon Man. Give me more Moon Man. But it just felt weird playing it when it's like, okay, clearly this is not Fallout, but you so clearly wanted this to be a Fallout game. So I don't know. It's on my radar. I'm sure it'll come to Game Pass or something, and I'll get it. Get Game Pass for like another month or something, maybe. Yeah, and try it or something. But
my vibe with Outer Worlds 2, I played 1, enjoyed it, didn't beat it. I feel like it's gonna be one of those games where it's like, what if I just don't get to it yet? And then I feel like when the reviews come out, people will be like, it's fine, and I'll be like, I'm not gonna get out of bed for it's fine. Like I have to kind of be more intrigued to get to like be like, you know what? People said it was just fine, but I'm gonna check it out anyway. Now I don't know if people come in really hot, maybe it'll like raise it on my radar. But also, I don't know. Sometimes people are wrong, because people were telling me that Donkey Kong game was really good.
People were saying Donkey Kong was.
People, I like. Okay, I feel like when people were out here saying Donkey Kong is a 10 out of 10, I was like, I don't know about that.
We did not play the same.
But you know what? But I gaslit myself, because I remember when Claire Obscure's reviews came out, it was like, oh, so many 9s, and I was like, really? And then I played it, and I'm like, really? And then I played more, and I was like, oh, it's so good. But I think even at its worst, Claire started so much higher than like it was so much more interesting. Where it's like the punching feels good, but like, okay, but like not that. You know what else feels good? Fucking eating Skittles. But if I eat 8,000 of them, I feel fucking sick. Anyway, we can drag Donkey Kong at a later date when we're done with the game. Yeah. Which is going to be a chore in itself.
Episode all its own.
No, it will be. Jeez. Maybe it gets better. I don't know. We're going to find out together begrudgingly.
We're pretty far in, and it still feels the same.
I'm in like sub-layer 367 or whoever the fuck. All right. Any other ones you want to shout out before I give my highlights?
Shout out. We finally got Silk Song news.
Yeah, but after.
The
release date was after. Which I feel like I got to go back and read like Schreier's article in its entirety. Admittedly, like, look, I want those articles, but like that thing is that Bloomberg thing is expensive. It's worth it, but it's expensive. But yeah, like they're really just doing their own thing, which like, you know what? Hey, like, right? Because it's like what I think they're chaotic neutral.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Where it's like, why wouldn't you just announce it at this thing? Because they're like, because who fuck you? Like, why? And I don't think it's malicious necessarily, but at the same time, it's kind of just like they're playing on everyone's phone, and I don't really know what the vibes are. But
finish Hollow Knight 1?
Hell no.
Okay.
It just felt I might have told a story on the podcast, but I started it up pretty far outside of like so there were like 2 waves of Hollow Knight. There's like when it first came out, which I'm sure there were people saying, yo, Hollow Knight is John Blaze. But the bigger wave was when it came to Switch. The Switch bump really like, it was one of those like Nindy titles that propelled it, I think, to not exactly what it is today, because I think the ongoing hype propelled it to what it is today. But I wasn't in either of those waves. And I just booted it up. Like I really only played like 10 minutes of it, if that. I went left, I went right, I felt lost. I hit a boss. The boss was hard as hell.
That's the game.
And I was like, I don't want to do this. And then I just never came back. So I really didn't give it a fair shot. I will be giving Silksong more of a chance. And if I like it, I will go back to Hollow Knight. And what I've been telling people is I'm going to treat Hollow Knight as a prequel to Silksong. In my mind, Hollow Knight, Silksong is the first one. So if that's how I'm going to do it. Now, I got to be honest, I don't think it's going to be a for me game. I don't think that means it's like a bad game or anything like that. I am not a capital A action girly. I don't play a lot of action games. Sure. This is at its heart an action game, it seems. I'm not good at those games. So, but give it a try.
The thing is, you really
I like to jump. I like Metroidvanias, but it just
like the Prince of Persia.
Yeah, but like
Lost
Prince
Crown.
of Persia was not nearly that hard, and Prince of Persia has difficulty settings also.
That is true.
Which I only used like one time.
Honestly, if Team Cherry put some like more into their settings and like accessibility and customization stuff, this could be that John Blaze that people think it's going to be easily.
Because you're a Hollow Knight non-believer, right? Or whatever kind of vibe.
I played Hollow Knight 1.
And you beat it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I beat it in, I think it was like 6 months ago or something like that. I played it for the first time. I beat it. I was on like a Metroidvania kick. I did that. I did 9 Souls. I did like a couple other games. Can I ask you
a potentially triggering question?
Sure.
Is it possible that you just don't like these hard Metroidvanias?
No.
Because you didn't really rock with 9 Souls either, right?
I did not. After a certain point with 9 Souls, there was like one boss where it's like I'm not having fun trying to overcome this boss, and so I'm now just going to cheese it. And once you open the cheese door, it's like, well, I'm just now having a better time not punching myself in the face. So let me just finish the last third of this game with all the can't kill, no deaths, instant kill kind of mode stuff on. And it was a much better time. It was a much funner time. I'm not gonna say better.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight, however, does not have any of that. So you just had to get good. And while there's definitely there was some value and like some merit to just getting good and overcoming things, at the same time, it kind of was not as enjoyable for that same reason, where it's like, well, I'm not playing the way I want to play. I'm playing the way you are making me play. And that's just not exactly fun all the time. So I think Silksong, if they have some customizations, they have some setting, or even just like in-world, like in-universe items that can do the same thing, that could be enough even. Like they just need something.
Maybe
more.
You're not a pain in the ass action person. Have you considered
probably
that?
Not. Maybe not. Yeah. No, it's totally possible. I don't put it past me.
Because I think, are you even are you a Devil May Cry? Like, are you an action person though? Like general? Because there's kind of action casual, and then there's action like hardcore.
The action games I've played, I've liked. I did Devil May Cry as a kid, and I haven't played nearly all of them. Yeah. Because there's like 6 or 7 now or something like that. But like, I did 1, 2, dabbled in 3 and everything like that. Yeah, it was fun.
So that's the thing. Like these games are like really hard. So it's
the old God of Wars are like action games, which different. They're not.
I'm kind of thinking. I guess when I'm thinking action, I'm talking more about like because God of War genre. Because there's action adventure and like everything's action adventure and that's chill. Yeah. Like see, I think of God of War and this is how like Google labels it. Guys, this is 2018 and we're talking about maybe the old ones. Action adventure, which is way different than action.
Well, I think
because I feel like action, it's like. The emphasis and like the focal point really is the combat.
Well, look at God of War 3. Because God of War 2018 is, I would say, just action adventure for sure. But I think 1, 2, 3, Ascension.
Action adventure.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
because I feel like to me, there's a like, and maybe one day when I do my like genre work that I want to be doing, I can like nail this a little bit more firmly. But like an action game versus an action adventure game, like there's a focus on like combos and like you're in I feel like you as like the player character are more in conversation with the enemies by way of actions. It's almost like a give and take, like a ballet. Well, like God of War, I feel like I'm just like wailing on people. It's like, and there are combos in God of War, like circle, but like it's a lot of like button mashy, like you don't have to like think or do anything really in God of War. Like no shade to people who struggle with God of War. It's like has its own challenges, but like is head empty. We're like doing stuff. We're just wailing on people. While like Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, even though those are like easier action games than like Hollow Knight, like Hollow Knight's like an intense like action game. There's still kind of this like the game is the action. It's about like the fun of that. Well, this is more like the game is we wailing on people and we ripping people's heads off. Like, the fun is like that we ripping people's heads off and that we're doing like these big like abilities and stuff. So like yeah, but we'll see how things go when Silk Song comes out. Yeah, I at least I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna say just like to ballpark it. I'd like to give it like a good like 2 hours.
I was gonna say 4. So
yeah, like a good like chunk of time, like where it's like enough to see what's going on.
I imagine within the first 40 minutes you can find like the first boss, like the first technical boss. But then I would say whatever the next boss is like after that, because that's going to be like almost like a tutorial boss. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be someone you stumble into, and it's like the little. I don't know how much you remember Hollow Knight 1, where it's like the little like false knight guy or whatever. It like it's a intro boss. And then I feel like the boss after that is going to be like the real first boss. I think at that point you'll be able to be like, all right, cool. I
gotta be honest. I don't think it's gonna work out, but maybe it could be different. Maybe, I've gained skills over the years. Maybe it'll be enough.
You're a different person than you were when you played Hollow Knight.
Yeah, though only barely, because I played it like not that long ago. But again, I didn't give it like really a fair shake. But I do think I want to enter an action game era. I just don't think Hollow Knight is like the entry point into, or like Silk Song or any of the like these harder action games. Like I think I need to start with like getting into the Devil May Cry, getting into Bayonetta.
I've been wanting to do a Devil May Cry replay.
Also, now I'm like doing that thing where like
let me know.
Months ago, like on a MinnMax show, my colleague Jacob Geller would say Devil May Cry instead of Devil May Cry. It's like it's the same difference.
Oh, okay.
But now I notice I'm doing it this episode too. Devil May Cry, whatever. DMC. Yeah, I've never played those games, so I think I just because I'm open to like what action allows, but it's just a very different style of game where you're like in the action, and I'm like I'm more kind of just hanging out when I play games generally. So we'll see. Last things for Gamescom opening up live, that to add on to what you said, because I agree with a lot of your Lego Batman. We're gonna be there. I'm so excited to play Lego Batman with you. I think we're gonna have so much fun.
It's gonna be awesome.
I don't even give like kind of like freaking Lego Horizon or whatever. Lego Batman don't even need to be good. And also, I ain't trying to be rude. Ain't no way Lego Batman is as bad as Lego Horizon. Which, no shade to Lego Horizon, it's like not a horrible game. But like that game is okay. And if I want to be harsh, I would say it was mediocre. But I would say it squeaks by as an okay game to me. It's an okay game that I really loved playing, but it is just okay. I think Lego Batman has the chance to be like one step above. I think it could be good. I don't know that it'll be great. I know some Lego games have hit that level. Weird Nod, Bubsy 4D. I don't like Bubsy. He looks like a sex pest. But on the show, straight up, at least 2 people told me, and I didn't have time to play it on the show floor, but they said Bubsy 4D. It actually kind of hits.
Really?
One of my peers in the industry, I believe his name's Vince. Let me double check his name because I don't want to mess it up. Vince, if you're listening to this, my bad. Yeah. Vince, who's like a freelance like writer and stuff. He said that he thinks it's better than Donkey Kong Bonanza, but he's also a Bonanza hater. Which also,
man, that's not same.
If you hate on Bonanza, get in line for my next birthday party. But yeah, no, I mean it's made by the people that made Demon Tide. It's like from an indie studio. Granted, though, Demon Tide, it's a very like combo-y platforming that I didn't really love, so I'm not sure. But like hearing like from 2 people that like Bubsy 4D seems like it actually was kind of good. I'm like, you know what? I'll keep an eye out. I'll give it a try. I was bummed I didn't have time to get to it on the floor, but other shout outs, Keeper from Double Fine was like shown again. It looks cool. It's the one where you're like the lighthouse and you're kind of doing environmental puzzle solving. Other than that, I did really like in the pre-show, Dench Attack. I'll talk more about that game in a little bit. It's the train. You're doing tricks and you're racing the train game.
Really? You thought? Okay. All
yeah,
right.
I love. Did you not? Okay, so did you see that and say like, boo? Like, Well, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that was like my
100%.
game of the show. It looks so good. What are you talking about? You know what? You hate whimsy though.
No,
Because you didn't like
no.
Cruise and Blast either.
I am just gonna wait.
You don't
and hear
know
what
how
you
to
have to say
have.
about it.
Some people don't know how to have fun with games, guys. And that's kind of it. Overall, I thought, I'm interested in Chronos too. I previewed that some time ago. And I guess it was cool to see more Requiem, but like, I still feel like Capcom needs to show what makes that game interesting, which I'll talk about more when I talk about my hands-on preview of it. But yeah, overall, Opening Night Live, a little dry. I do think they struggle because it's so like everything. It does end up kind of being nothing in a way. And Keeley still struggles with the like, and now an ad that I don't say is an ad.
Yeah,
and it's like kind of the awkward tosses. And then I thought the developer interviews were really boring. Like I hate to say that because I love hearing from devs. I think it's really fun when they talk about their game, but it was like the most stiff, canned, dry, like corpo speak of stuff ever. It was like so dull. So I definitely want to see more from the show. But one compliment I'll give it is I think the timing was like a good length. Like I think it was about still maybe the 2-hour mark, but it felt fine. Like I did not feel like I was checking my clock the way I do for like the Game Awards. The Game Awards is quite long compared to Gamescom. So pacing wise it worked out decent. But yeah, that's Opening Night Live.
I have one final.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not even really a shout out or honorable mention, just more of a like, I wish this was my kind of game because if it was, I'd be all over it. The Road Kings.
Yeah. I feel like we could enter like a truck sim era.
I wish
like nothing's
I
stopping
could get into
us.
that. Like that, the Microsoft Flight Simulator, like these like vehicle simulator kind of vibes.
I feel like it'd be a great place to have like a mental breakdown. Like, do you just ever want to have a mental breakdown
like
and start
post
driving?
crash out, that's how you recover.
Yeah. We should drive it sometime. It could be fun. Cool. Okay, on to games I played. I'll keep these pretty brief. Obviously, ask me questions if you have them, but
of course.
I hit up Capcom, played Resident Evil 9. Why did I write 8 in the notes? I don't know. Ignore that. 9. Yeah, it was. I played the hands-off demo that was shown at SGF, and I'm trying to remember if it was. I'm trying to remember if you guys have seen it ever. The public, where they're just like walking through. Probably, I think it was one of the trailers somewhere, but they're like walking through, escaping that monster. You've seen like the main monster from Resident Evil 9. I'm guessing, right? Like that has to have been shown.
I saw like kind of original trailer.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
I'm just trying to see like when this was shown or what's up. But anyway, yeah, there were like also a couple different trailers floating around for Resident Evil. So maybe you guys haven't seen this one. It like shows like the big monster. You know what? Here, actually, I can just kind of like semi show you it, and then whatever. Like maybe this wasn't revealed to the public and got revealed like after coverage, like from people posting it. But it's essentially like a presumably like towards the beginning of the game, if not the start of the game. You play as the lead characters whose name I always forget, and I'm scanning for now and I can't find still. The girl who's like she's afraid and she'll overcome her fears. You play as her and you're trying to like escape. You've like been held captive and you're just trying to like get out and then figure out what's going on. You encounter like one, if not the like big monster of Resident Evil 9, which is just kind of like a like really messed up looking person. It's like imagine like a person just became a monster. They have like long stringy hair, big teeth, like just like a little bit bipedal, but also kind of crawling around kind of vibe. And a big thing that Resident Evil 9 is sort of selling is light and the importance of light in the game. Like lights will go out, light switches won't work randomly, and you'll have to like deal with the light kind of vibe.
I don't like that.
In what I played, couple things. Context, I saw a hands off of what I played before, so it did kind of make it easier to play it. They did cut out like the actual gameplay parts from that hands off. Like they like it's like you need a screwdriver, and then they just kind of cut to where you have it. Like so it didn't show the puzzles, so I still had to do that myself. But it was like pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The monster is scary looking, I guess, but I didn't really feel too deeply about it. It's pretty easy to evade because if you go into any lit room, of which there are 2 in the demo, it just stops in front of the door.
Gotcha.
But at one point they did cut the lights out in the demo, and then I had to like sort of think on my feet a little bit more, which was fun. So I could see that being a cool little part. But other than that, it was a very like run of the mill, like you need a fuse.
Gotcha.
Okay, I found the fuse. Ooh, you need a screwdriver to open the fuse box. Ooh, I found the screwdriver.
Did it feel more like Village or more like 7?
Oh, definitely more like Village.
Okay.
Grace Ashcroft is the name of the character, also the lead character. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like the action. Again, when they lean, I can't do.
I didn't have any like guns or anything though, to be clear, and I don't know what they're doing with this character. On if I'm ever gonna, I also don't know. We still don't know, are they doing like multiple characters? Is there gonna be like a run and gun one, and then like a like more survival horror vibe? I don't think they'll ever go as scary as 7. I wonder if they were like, this was too scary, because it was really scary. It was really good though. It's like one of their best games. Yeah, like I left a smidge more positive than I went into.
Okay.
But only a smidge from that one, like they cut off the lights. Okay, maybe you have some ideas here. Just because like I think I'm very confident that this will be like at least a good video game. It's Capcom. They've made a lot of good Resident Evil games. They're on a pretty good streak with Resident Evil.
Yeah.
This seems like it's following established formulas. But my disappointment is I just don't feel like Capcom, I don't know why they're not, or maybe the truth is they don't have an answer. They haven't shown like what is interesting about this game. Even like from a villain perspective, like with Village, you could argue Village is kind of more of the same in some ways, but I think they did a great job setting the vibe with like Lady D, and she's like this big, tall, sexy monster lady. And even just getting to know the castle as like a space.
Yeah.
It felt more like an identifiable game.
Sure.
While looking at this, it feels like if you close your eyes and think about what Resident Evil is, you probably see Requiem. It's like, yeah, but like that's not really. And the big thing they're selling too is they're like, you can go third person or like first person. And they keep talking about that over and over again. And I'm like,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but like, what else do you have? And I'm sure they must have other stuff and they're maybe just not rolling it out yet. But I'm just like, I want to know what's like special about this game. What's interesting of it in the franchise. And I don't think they've answered that yet. And I'm starting to wonder if they're ever going to answer it. I'm starting to wonder if they have an answer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do wish they let me go further than that demo. It just kind of showed me more, but that was that. Also, Capcom, I played Onimusha. Again, this is an action game. I definitely think I will be playing it when it comes out. It's pretty simple when you fight regular enemies. But when you fight the boss, game got hands. And I don't know if I can rock with it at that point. Now, it does have difficulty settings. So you can always knock it down. But for those not familiar, like Onimusha, it's action oriented. You know, it's one of those games where it'd be nice if you could parry kind of thing. Type of situation, though you don't have to. It has a lock on, but I wasn't able to get to strafe. I don't know if you can strafe. I wish I asked. I forgot to ask. But maybe it's like in a different setting where you can like strafe, but it's a little bit like loose in that sense. But it has like this big mechanic of, I forget what they're called, but you can pick up these like orbs. They have like different names, but maybe they're just called like Oni orbs. But like they can power up different like abilities that you have. So you can also like create like a big synergistic moment if you're doing things like, oh, I'm parrying, and then I get like a certain color orb more, and then I do my ability, and then you can have things really feed into each other. Again, it's a parrying person's world, and us dodgers are just left rolling on the floor, grabbing at scraps. But the boss I found to be quite challenging. In that it's one of those, like, you kind of want to break their stamina meter, like they have a health bar and a stamina meter. But when you're chipping away at the stamina meter, it honestly, if you lose it, the stamina meter regens kind of very quickly.
Oh, really? Yeah,
like it regenerates pretty fast. So I'm like, okay, you kind of have to really be on it to like be doing this. And that's the part that I'm like, I don't know if I can really like rock that well with that element of Onimusha. But it was cool overall. And again, yeah, it's one of those it was also I saw it hands off at SGF, and then I got to actually like play it when I was here at Gamescom. But yeah, it's, you know, third person, kind of like hack and slash action combat, you know, Japanese setting, that type of situation. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if, you know, again, there can be multiple sword games, but with this and Ghost, I mean, I think they're very different styles. Ghost feels a lot more open world, you know, it's open world focused, and this is more like you're in linear kind of corridor, lineared areas. So like, and it has, I think, well, it's interesting because Ghost has really interesting like combat, but this feels a little more focused on the combat in a way, even though Ghost is so big on the stances.
I get a sense that Ghosts is more like leans into like almost abilities more. They're not abilities, but like the stances almost act as like abilities, whereas this seems like it's more you just gotta learn.
Square up.
You just gotta learn.
It feels like you're squaring up with people, and and Ghost feels a little bit more I think beginner friendly. Even though I think they'd both be labeled like action adventure, but those are those. Phantom Blade Zero, just quick shot to that. This is a very much like a hard action game that Anna's friend is like working on like the dev or like PR side for this game, and was like, hey, if you want to come through, like pull up. And we're like, maybe. And then we had some time and we're like, let's go play Phantom Blade Zero, see what's up. And I really went in with like no expectations. It's not my style of game at all, so I'm like, whatever. It's interesting because it's from a Chinese developer, and initially Phantom Blade, I don't know if it's just Phantom Blade or Phantom Blade Zero specifically, was a mobile game. So they're making like a console like entry in the franchise. And yeah, I mean, honestly, this was like pretty fun. It's like very stylish looking. I did play on easy because the thing is hard as hell. But you have like some ranged like attacks with like the arrows and stuff. Like the animation work is something they like really focused on. Like they like mocapped all of it from like, I don't know if it's only martial art or like different people in like that, like the fighting arts. So it's like very like cool looking. And yeah, like it just something about the corridor structure. It actually like not the I'm lost, I'm confused part, but the more vertical areas in the area I played reminded me of like the vertical areas of like Clair Obscur. Like when you get into like that late end of the game and you're in that wooden area, like that kind of verticality of going up ramps and like sliding on things. It's like, okay, it was like kind of cooking like low key. So I'm like, you know what? And that's kind of when I'm like, maybe I should try to wrap my head around this action genre a little bit. Like maybe there's some fun to be had here if I can learn the ins and outs of how to knock things back.
Again, this is another one of those examples of like, if they were showing Onimusha, and I looked down and then they switched to Phantom Blade Zero, and I looked up, I'd be like, oh man, they're on this game for like a long time.
Yeah, because it's another like assassin-y, like sword, situation. Again, martial arts, like combat, like it's like action RPG. Like it's just, even though I guess again, I said I don't technically know if Onimusha is an action RPG if you're like leveling up your stuff, but it has like, if you take a shot and kind of look at them all really quick, you might like kind of get feel like they're treading similar ground. For the indie side of things, Densha Attack. So you don't want to like do tricks as a train?
Absolutely do not want to do tricks.
Why not?
Absolutely.
So that's crazy to me. This was like it's giving like Sunset Overdrive. It's giving Jet Set Radio. It's giving Cruise and Blast.
And when have you ever seen me play any of those games?
Some people just don't like good games, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I'll keep it brief. This game played awesome. It felt as fun as it looked. Things I want to. I don't know how you look at that game and you don't say hell yeah, that's crazy.
I think it looks interesting, and I can definitely see the appeal for folks that like that kind of thing. It's just not a me thing. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm not saying it's whatever. It's just like it just looks. You know what? It looks like. And again, this is no shade to them, right? They're doing something that I have never done in my life before, right? Putting on a full feature game kind of thing, right? It looks like a jam game that they just made bigger and are releasing. Like it looks like a jam idea. And so to me, this is just like, it's just like a jam game. Like they're like, what if we just did skateboards, but you're a train? And it's like,
yeah, that sounds awesome.
I mean, to some folks, yeah, clearly.
Sometimes the best ideas come out of jams. So if this was a jam game,
that is
like,
also true.
Shout to you. I mean, no, everything about this, like, I just like the more they showed it, the more I'm like, okay, because literally the trailer starts with like, it's got this really great, kind of cartoony comic book, almost like manga, visual novel-esque art style. With like the coloration's really great. They have the like yellow is kind of their key color. They have that on like the train and the train tracks and like parts of the environment. There's like a scene where you're like driving on the wheel of a Ferris wheel through the water. You're like wall running, like, and then just when you think it can't get any better, they show customization of the different trains, and then they show the trains form into a Gundam. So it's like, I don't know what's going to be happening here, but I'm excited for it. To keep it brief, play wise, super great, simple. One thing I'll point out is that it was more about, because you're literally on rails, you're trained. It's more of a position yourself than like a traditional racing game. Like in a traditional racing game, like Cruis'n Blast, Mario Kart, freaking Midnight Club, like any racing game, even like the sim ones, you're thinking about like positioning on the course and like your racing line. This obviously doesn't have that because you're just on a track.
Yeah.
So the racing is a lot more akin to like Sayonara Wild Hearts, where you're like, you're doing stuff. I think it is more like input
that explains
heavy.
why you like it.
Yeah, because I like good games. Though Sayonara Wild Hearts relies a lot more on soundtrack and vibe. This has more mechanics going on for it, but it's that idea of like you're kind of just manipulating where you are in like a lane rather than like, and then I hit the gas or I hit the brake. I mean, there's a brake, but like, you know, you don't have as much control. You do some tricks, you're figuring out where to go, you're trying to hit the boosts. There are collectibles on the course too, so you might take a certain path to be like, oh, I got the letter A or whatever, almost like Tony Hawk style with the letters, even though I don't know if they spell anything or whatever. Other highlights, it does have some story components, like kind of, you know, it's giving like, this is your rival and this like, you know, league of train racer people or whatever. And yeah, it seems cool. The courses seem fun. I will say too, because they do almost feel like rides than like, again, racing tracks, because you are like the tracks go funky ways. Like they might like go up or around or on the wall. So you don't always have like a lot of like a view ahead of you to like plan things. And for that reason, I actually did less tricks than I expected. I feel like when I saw it on the trailer, in my mind, I was like, oh, we're gonna be like just doing all these tricks. It's like we're just gonna be hitting tricks all the time. And you are like doing tricks, but like it's not like you're doing tricks nonstop. And if you look back at the trailer again with that in mind, you'll notice, oh yeah, like you do some tricks, but it's not like you're like hitting like a million tricks at once. I'm sure people that are really good can do that, but like you will be kind of focusing more on like, where do I go next? And you're squeezing in tricks where you can to like build up points. Yeah, I love this game. It was really cool. I'm glad I played it, and I'm excited for when it comes out. A game that I mentioned to you that you said you are interested in, though, that is your speed, Map.
Oh,
the game
hell
about
yeah.
maps.
Map sounds great.
What about Map stands out to you? I don't know if you can tell me the pitch on just, you can just read off the Steam page if you want, but.
Yeah, it's a game about maps. So it seems like it's kind of that blend between puzzle and exploration, which I really like. Almost like obviously not the same as like a Outer Wilds or anything like that, right? But it seems like you get dropped into this space, this area. You're presumably get dropped onto this island, and you're given like a blank map, and your goal is to fill out the map. And you do that by exploring the island, finding landmarks, marking things on the map, tracking, you know, paths to get from landmark to landmark, and do all this stuff across an island. But without any like seemingly hardcore hand holding. It's like, seems like it's very much a like, hey, here's some tools at your disposal. Have fun, get to it. And it's like, all right, cool. It seems like it'll be like relaxing, but also maybe have some mysteries in there somewhere, right? Like, oh, I could see it's just me like pulling something out of thin air where it's like, oh, like actually there's a treasure on this island and you got to mark it on the map or something like that. Like it seems like it let the gameplay demos and videos and stuff that I've seen seems like it would lend itself to much deeper mechanics than just walk around and place pins on a map. Yeah. And I'm very intrigued by what can come from that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you nailed the pitch. So the demo I think I played for maybe like 5, maybe 10 minutes. I try to keep my demo time as brief as I can on a floor so that I can play more games. There was a demo available on Steam if you're interested in checking out what the gameplay is like. And the Steam page is where I learned it has Twitch integration, which sounds really fun. Get your chat involved on like being a little cartographer. But the art design and the feel, it's not like the physics are as tight, nor do they need to be, but it actually kind of reminded me a lot of Chia, just like you being a little kid on an island and kind of, again, it's not going to be like Chia physics where like that game's like a physics fun adventure game. So this doesn't feel as good in that sense, but it's not that kind of mechanic. So it makes sense. Yeah, like the first thing they had me do was I was on like a very small island. Like you can see the whole thing very easily. And they were like, there was one tree on the island. They're like, where is this tree on the map? And at first you have no tools. So you're sort of orienting yourself to see what does the perimeter of the island look like and how can I like kind of stand in that spot? And then you're kind of just eyeing it at first. And when you drop the pin, you put it on the map and then it drops in real life. Yeah. Like a big, like little, like location icon.
Yeah.
And the best part of the game is that when it lands, it tells you how many steps away you were from where the tree actually is. And I was like, that is so exciting. That's so fun.
Yep.
And then they start to give you tools. So like the first tools they give you are like a step counter, like a pencil, a crayon, an eraser. And then they kind of introduce some other things of like, you can discover landmarks. And if you discover a landmark, they'll put the landmark on your map. So then you can kind of like, okay, well, it's almost like those like, it's more interesting than this to me because this will make it sound kind of boring, but it's almost like those like exam questions where it's like, okay, well, or like those math problems you'd solve where it's like, if this landmark is 5 feet from the edge, then we can determine that 2 feet makes 1 square on the map.
Yeah.
And then we can determine, which I know might sound really like, oh, I don't want to do that at all kind of vibe, but in the game, it feels a lot more fun than that. There's like a quiet satisfaction in doing that. And then like using that to like figure stuff out. So yeah, and I also just think it's like such a fun, like unique idea. I don't think I've ever seen a game like this. Not saying a game like this hasn't existed. Drop in the comments or in the, the show notes or whatever about if there's games like I'd like to play more. This seemed really cool, but yeah, I was obsessed with this thing. This was like my up there with like Densho Attack, but Densho Attack I already knew about. For games I didn't know about yet, I was like, map a game about maps. Say less. More on the indie front, we got a game called Band Together. I'm going to give you guys the name of the developer because there's 2 Band Togethers on Steam.
Bippin' Bits.
Yes, Bippin' Bits.
Which I feel like I saw this on TikTok originally.
Really?
Or maybe Reddit. Yeah. I remember seeing this before and then you mentioning it. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing this. Definitely seems like a fun time.
Okay, I was scared where you're going.
No, I'm with it.
What do you know about this game? Like, can you set up the pitch maybe perhaps?
My elevator pitch is what if Vampire Survivors, but you were a band of animal characters playing music. Yeah.
The one thing I'll add to it that I think kind of differentiates it from Vampire Survivors, even though it's very much a Vampire Survivors game, is there's more of a focus on environmental exploration and it's more chill than Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors very quickly kind of ramps up with the like, you gain abilities much faster, but you also like have swarms of enemies much more quickly. This is almost as if, and not as much on like the secrets, like dungeony level, but if you picture like a Zelda game, like a 2D top-down-ish Zelda game, like the kind of level design of that, of like going from like village to village, area to area, it has more of that kind of level design. While Vampire Survivors, it's more like there's some stuff around, so it's nice to explore the map because maybe you'll get like health or something. This is more like there's actual like areas and there's also quests. So it's more of like an adventure game than Vampire Survivors. It's like, what if Vampire Survivors was a cute adventure game featuring a band of woodland creatures? That's what the game is. And it works really well. It's really cute. The music is also like quite nice. It's like, it really does like build on, oh, now I play the flute, but not annoying sounding. Yeah, like it is really cool. And I like and the art kind of reminds me a little bit of like the vibes of Cult of the Lamb a little bit.
Yeah, the art does look almost exactly like in my head.
I guess like
some of the characters have that face, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they like the way they look evil reminds me, like the tone, like the artistic tone, even though like I think the art, no offense, like the art in Cult of the Lamb I think is much better than this art, but like it has the sort of thick line work on the edges of assets that like Cult of the Lamb reminds me of and stuff like that. But yeah, and just like Vampire Survivors, you gain abilities as you go. But yeah, I will say if you didn't like Vampire Survivors because you found it to be like scary and overwhelming, I think this is still a game you could like because it's just a little bit less intense. Like unsurprisingly, of the Vampire Survivors like games, Vampire Survivors is the most intense iteration of that. Even something like a Vampire Survivors game I really like, Goobies, is like chiller than Vampire Survivors. You're kind of like, it's more of a relaxed on-ramp. So yeah, Band Together, again, it's Bippin' Bits, and that's important to note because there are 2 Band Together games on Steam, which good luck
Curious
with that.
How that's going to play out, yeah.
Yeah, and the other one's free, so which is and I don't know. I'm sure the other one's maybe has its own merits, but I don't know about that other one. I just know of this one. Yeah, those are my like main ones. I guess just to like be even briefer because I don't want to take up too much time on this. I played There Are No Ghosts of the Grand, which is like that cleaning adventure musical game that Xbox showed a while ago. seems interesting.
Oh yeah,
It feels like it's handling its like multiple genres well, but like we'll see. I enjoyed what I played of it. I dipped in a little bit to Ratcoin, which is the new.
I want Ratcoin.
The new
PlayStack.
Yeah, PlayStack. The publishers of Blatro are doing another roguelike game, but it's a coin pusher game.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like it did not like grab me.
Really? Okay.
It did not grab me really, but I played it really early, and it's like in terms of just like, oh, I only played a little bit of it. Like, and I don't know. It didn't like have the same like ooh that Blatro had for me.
Okay.
But it's more of a chill vibe though, like kind of intentionally, because the coin pusher game. It's not like it's like the cards are on fire. It's more like, oh, the coins are sticking together.
Yeah,
it's like there's like a thing where it's like sticky coin, like, oh, now the coins stick together. I'm also not very good at coin pusher games, so maybe it's. I feel like when coin pusher games come up, you're the one that's playing them in real life.
Sure. I
think that might hit better. And then my last game shout is a game called Gunny Ascend, which honestly, oh shoot, this is before I met you. It reminds me a lot of this game called Treasure Tracker, I think is the name of the game.
Captain Toad.
No, but I have to try to find it. Maybe Treasure Stacker, maybe? I'll try to find it. There was a game I played a long time ago that was like Tetris, but you pull. Yeah, okay, so the game I'm thinking of is called Treasure Stack, developed and published by Pixel Lakes LLC. And it's like and this is has a point for why I'm bringing this up with this game. It's a game where you're like running around in like a Tetris kind of area, and you can like grapple hook down like things to like make your combos. You're kind of like working physically as the character working inside of a Tetris game. This game is similar in setup, but different in execution. It's a roguelike. So you're gaining like abilities, and it's also more like platformer oriented. And it's also, it's a very different feel than Tetris because you can like place blocks through other blocks. So like you can fill gaps like retroactively.
Oh, okay.
And the bosses seem really interesting because the bosses are more about like fighting the boss, not like clearing the line. So like one of them, because there was like it rises from the bottom as like almost like a time attack thing. So when you fight the boss, you want to actually create like some high stacks so you can reach the boss or like throw stuff back at the boss. So yeah, it seems cool. Again, it's called Gunny Ascend. Other Gamescom stuff, show floor. It's massive. It's wavy. It's very bougie. Giant statues of things. Huge Lego version of the One Piece ship was like made.
Okay.
And stuff.
Okay, wait a minute.
So, obviously Lego Batman was there with all his friends. There was Lego Sonic was there.
Hell yeah.
Huge like booths for things like Love in Deep Space, which is like that gotcha, like, I don't know, like cute boys game kind of thing. Okay. That can also track your period. It's a whole thing. You gotta look into this. It's called Love in Deep Space. Isaiah. The timed events are like it's like a horny girl game. I mean, obviously guys can play it if they want to look at cute boys, I guess. But it's like, yeah, it's like a thirst like cutesy little thing. This is what I know of it. Sorry if I'm misrepresenting Love in Deep Space and the vibes, but that's kind of like the vibes. Yeah. How do they describe their game? Jeez.
Oh, it's like a mobile?
Yeah, it's a mobile. It's a gotcha. Okay. It's a gotcha game. Gotcha. Yeah, just like giant booths. And it's very like big spectacle. And overall I enjoyed Gamescom a lot. I guess, do we want to do any like brief nods to Germany itself, or should we kind of call it here?
I think you do brief, sure. Like some of the things you did. I know we have some stuff on the wall.
My Cologne
thing.
I'm sad there were no games while I was there. I like was just in like the window where I couldn't go to any FC Cologne games. But yeah, Germany was awesome. Cologne was really fun. Because it's not America, there are like good train connections to other like cities too. So we went to like Dusseldorf at one point as well. Are you laughing because it's called Dusseldorf? Yes, it's a very cute name. Yeah, we did a bunch of stuff. If you want to see more, not at the time of this posting, I think it'll be a week later, over on MinnMax, because I went on behalf of MinnMax, which is a company I work for, Patreon funded company. There will be a vlog of me and Anna's time there. There'll also be, if you want to support MinnMax on Patreon, there's like a backstage pass cut of the vlog. It's like the full unedited version. It's 10 hours long, apparently, because we recorded 10 hours of footage, me and Anna. So yeah, if you want to climb
You
those
want to
steps,
feel like you were in
no,
Cologne,
genuinely,
Germany.
like we had some hardcore footage of climbing the steps of that church. But yeah, there's this like really big, beautiful cathedral in the center kind of Cologne. That's like very famous. It's like super beautiful on the outside. We went in there. There's also a museum you can pay to go into. We did that and see some more like artifacts and learn about things. In general, Germany probably at large, and definitely Cologne, is very like English friendly. Most people are fluent in English. A lot of signage is also in English. So it definitely is not, I kind of went in a little intimidated because I'm like, I don't know German at all.
Yeah.
What's going to be the vibes? And it was very chill. That being said, definitely if you can learn, I'm always like an advocate of learning anything you can learn before. I really did not have much time. I had like 2 months before this trip. So I did not gain much. If I go back, I'm hoping to like build a bit more of some basic things, enough to apologize a little bit clearer. Or to say, do you speak English? And I have people say, what? And I said, English? And they're like, oh yeah, okay. Like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, we did. So we did the church. We went to the Ferris wheel that's next to the chocolate museum. Ferris wheel was cute. Chocolate museum, honestly, sort of mid to me. Not really my thing. We really just went for the vlog. It's not really my style.
Are you a big chocolate person? Like, I've never seen you.
No.
I don't think I've ever even seen you eat a chocolate bar.
Not like milk chocolate, but I'll eat like that Hershey's like cookies and cream chocolate bar sometimes.
Yeah,
and I'll like a Nestle Crunch sometimes. It's just that, here's the thing. You got to know who, like the kind of person you are. And I knew going in that like I don't really care.
Gotcha.
But we just went because it's like something to do. It's a very popular thing in Cologne. Like it's like one of the like, oh, if you Google what to do. And we thought it'd be fun for the vlog. Didn't have a bad time. It was actually better than I thought it would be in terms of having some like good historic, like they did not shy away from like the darkness of like the chocolate industry in terms of like exploiting people and like the origins like tied to slavery with chocolate. So they had like real ass information.
Okay.
It's just generally like I just don't really feel passionate about it. We all have our things. It's like it wasn't really a me thing. It wasn't really an Anna thing either. We just kind of went. Just said, hey, this would be good for the vlog.
Yeah.
And I think it was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, looking at it and stuff like that. But it was like fine for us. But secret dub for that. It was near the sports museum. I'm going to try to get the name of the sports museum. I don't know if it was just called the sports museum or the Olympic museum. It's called, gosh, I'm not going to say this right. Deutsches Sport and Olympia Museum. Deutschches. Again, Germans have no sense of what the sounds are supposed to be for German. But yeah, Sport and Olympia Museum. Super fun. Only L is there's no gift shop. What's going on with that? Let me buy some stuff. Okay. But it was super cool. Obviously more interesting if you like sports. But even if you don't, they had a lot of like little interactive things you could do. Like there was like a bicycle you could ride to like spin a fan. They had like I had a lot of fun. They had like those big sticks that people used to use to stretch, and they had like a thing showing the stretches. So we did some of those. It was like kind of just like a cute time. There was like a first floor area that had like the football toss and like the little stuff. Okay. So I thought it was kind of fun. I liked it a lot, and that was kind of like a dub of that section. And so shout out to the Chocolate Museum. Without Chocolate Museum, I wouldn't have gotten to Sports Museum. So for food, loved pretty much all the food I had there. I wish I knew the name of the first place we went to. Cannot find it. Tried Googling around. One day I'll figure it out, but it was like really delicious. We had the best like pork knuckle that we had. Like that trip was at that place. And the sausage I got there was really good. So it really sucks that I don't know the name of it at all. But a place I do know the name of is in Dusseldorf. It is called the Green Light District. Like that's the name of the restaurant. And we had the Peking duck meal there. And it was great. It was like a 5-course meal. Everything was delicious. The vibe of the restaurant was like very like chill. The waiter was like incredible. They had a drink menu also in English, which was like very convenient for us. And yeah, it was just like really, really good. So that was like, was that the best meal I had there? That might have been the best meal. Like if I could only have one meal again, I probably would pick this one, which I know is kind of like funky because it's like, it's not even like German food, but it was really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously the Kolsch there is great. If you like beer, they're always filling it up in the little glasses. Super cute. Let's see if there are other food highlights. Everything else was kind of just like chill. You can kind of just pop into like a cafe, get a nice like little sandwich and things like that. Yeah, other stuff to shout out. Like I have up here on the video version, I got my Cologne scarf. Again, we stayed in Cologne. We were not that far from the Dom Cathedral or whatever. Again, I think that's just really how you say cathedral, maybe. So it's like what the cathedral in Cologne is also near kind of like a shopping center that has a lot of just like basic shopping store. You know, there's an Apple store. There's like a non-Best Buy. There's a Pandora store. I got my Pandora charm bracelet finally. I'd been thinking about it for maybe like half a year. For those who don't know, Pandora does, and I'm sure other companies maybe that make charm bracelets do this. They have like region-specific charms. So I got one for like Cologne that like has the cathedral on it, and it says Cologne. It's like a little heart. It has like the cathedral etched in there. So I want my idea is to have it as like a travel rolling souvenir where I can get like different charms from places. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this now. Again, where I was like, walked into the Pandora, I was like, do you speak English? And they're like, yes. I was like, great. I think I want to get this bracelet. So that was fun. That was probably like one of my bigger expenses. Still actually not that, especially with the silver one. It's like, I don't know, in total like 100-ish for like this, the charm, a safety clasp.
Yeah.
Like it was like a little north of $100 or €1, I guess. But yeah, I went to the Cologne soccer store they have there and got a bunch of soccer stuff for like you guys, like you and Edwin and myself. Got a scarf, got little hairpins. I got the little like guy is he's like a goat, right?
Yeah, he's a goat.
He's like a little goat. Yeah, I got like a little plush of him. Back to Gamescom stuff for like the Artist Alley. I got like a blind box for Fruren, and I got this. Well, how would you describe this, Isaiah?
It is a plush.
Yeah, it's like a plush on the outside, but like the face is hard.
Yeah,
it's a big giant key charm, basically.
Yeah. It's more like a bag charm.
Bag charm, sure. Yeah. If you put your keys on this is a lot. It's like pretty large. It's Fern's head, and she's wearing like a soft
like a
cat.
Suit.
It's like a soft cat on her head. There's like a name for this line because I love them so much. I really want to pull. It's a blind box, so you don't know what you're gonna get. I really wanted Fruren, and honestly, I don't really give a fuck about anybody else for Fruren. I gotta be honest with you. I'm like, I kind of just want Fruren. The collection, I pinned it because I want to go back and buy more of them. It's the Fruren Beyond Journey's End, the Animal Party series blind box. If you look up Animal Party series, you'll probably find it. And a lot of them are really cute. And honestly, it's like bigger and better quality than I expected. I mean, it wasn't a cheap blind box. It was probably like $15-20 or something. Maybe 25. I don't remember how much it was. I gotta be honest. I wasn't counting. I was just getting my Fruren items. But yeah, I got that and some key charms, some other FC Cologne things here and there, hats, all that. But yeah, that was basically most of the trip. Oh, and I guess I should shout out the spa me and Anna went to. We went to, what was it called? Claudis Therm. It's a thermal bath place. Awesome. Incredible food there too. Loved every meal I had over there. We like went up to that restaurant like twice. We were there for 6.5 hours. We were swimming in the water. We were in the hot tub. We were in the cold plunge. We were in the whirlpool thing that like spins you around. We went to the sauna village, which is when we realized, oh, people don't wear clothes in the sauna village. This is a lot of everyone to see. Also, is it gender split? No, just every type of person was in that sauna village.
Dong and Bits just hanging out.
And we were there in our robe, trying not to catch an HR violation. We don't have an HR department in MinnMax, but like, I was like, okay, we're just here. We're just trying to get to the sauna. We're the only people that had anything on in that sauna, had like little towels on. There were also spots though that were like suit or no suit, like the float tank thing that we did that was like full of salt. Like you could wear a suit or you could not wear a suit. We wore our suits, and then I feel like we imposed our like American shame onto everyone else because like there were like non-suited people there that like left, like some naked people. And they like left when we got there, and they probably like, we don't want to be around these prude Americans. And then when we left, like other people were like, oh, like, do you need to wear suits there? And we're like, oh, it's optional. And then they're like, well, I'm just gonna wear my suit. So I feel like we kind of denakified that whole area kind of by accident. But for people that are afraid of being naked, but they want to relax, that's a separate area. So you could just not go there. Or also like you will see naked people walking around, but you don't need to as long as you just can't go into those pools like with a bathing suit on, like you're not allowed to. But there's like other spots that are just like people in their robes. Like there's a quiet room where it's like people are just wearing their robes, like laying on like beds. You can just sleep there. There's like a fish tank. It's like quiet. People read books and stuff. So it was like very relaxing, very chill, but like be mentally prepared for the naked jump scare in the sauna village. And another thing, definitely grab a map, especially if you don't speak German or just grab a map in general. I didn't have a map. Anna had the map. It was getting like more moist as the day went on, and like it was deteriorating. But the real like challenge of Claudius Therm as an American who cannot speak German is it's a no phone place, right? Makes sense because water. Also, people want to relax, and also like some people are naked in some of these parts. So I get it. I kind of need Google Translate to like know how to say or read anything. So it was definitely like like when we got up to like the restaurant, like the menu was like all in German, and it's like, this looks like a picture of something I would eat. But I mean, again, people speak English, so like the waiter spoke English. He's like, oh, do you want an English menu? I said, please, that'd be great. Because literally my first question after, do you speak English, was, what is this? And he's like, I can just get you an English menu. But yeah, great time. Highly recommend. It's actually right by the convention center. A little like tricky to walk to from there, but like you can figure it out. It's not that far away. But yeah, that's Germany. I wish you were there, Isaiah.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it was a fun time.
It was a lot of fun. I would totally go back, not for Gamescom, and just go and like hang out. Obviously I would go to more spots than just Cologne. No offense to Cologne. But yeah, I definitely could see myself going back, would like to go back. And yeah, always a pleasure and privilege to get to travel for work, especially internationally. I've not been international to anywhere. That's no Canada, no Mexico, nothing, since 2012. So
big year.
This is my new one. And now I'm gonna, I like mentally vowed to myself, I'm not gonna let the gap be that big ever again. We're gonna get out there, Isaiah. We're gonna see the world. We're gonna be zipping and zapping around and all of that. So, yeah.
Sounds good. How do you say goodbye in German?
How do you say goodbye? Oh, man. There's nothing that would please me more than to say goodbye in German right now as I select German on the... I will say their hello's better than ours. It's hello.
Yeah.
So cute. Good. Oh, as they say, Wiederbeschiedung. That's what came up when I typed in goodbye.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Well, hello to the not game section, which is where we're going next. And now for the not game section, we're going to be talking about Minnesota.
Yeah.
You finally went to the great state of Minnesota. What's Minnesota's tagline?
Yeah.
Tagline. What do they have? Most states have like a slogan or whatever. What? Yeah.
Was it like the home of the corn sweats or something?
No, it's, I guess, according to sos.min.gov, the state motto is L'Étoile du Nord, the Star of the North.
Oh,
sure.
Okay, yeah, I could kind of see that.
Okay, you know what? All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay. Yeah, I
sure.
can see that.
You know what? Why not?
Because that's the whole thing, right? Like their whole flag has like the star and stuff on it.
I know. They're also known as Land of 10,000 Lakes, which I know them as. Yeah. So a lot, too much going on to count for things. But yeah, we were in Minnesota for the MinnMax meetup that happened a few weeks ago at this point, at the time of recording. And I had gone to Minnesota before for work for an event that we called Trek to Shrek, which is they flew me out so that I could play Shrek 2. I think specifically with the game of Shrek 2 on the GameCube in the studio, aka Ben's basement. And honestly, that game is kind of awesome. Love that game. Had a really fun, very underrated. Like if you're looking for a multiplayer game, especially like up to 4, that's like, and you're cool with like the retroness of it all, of it being kind of like, it's a little stiff in some spots because it's like an old game. Genuinely like a really fun time. Only critique I have that's like notable is it's like low-key kind of hard at some point. So you will have to lock in. Like, and for the final boss, Leo just had to carry that shit. We said, Leo, hey, if you're down to keep, I don't know if you need to go home or what, but we kind of need you, man. Like, I don't know, you're gonna have to do this whole thing because I can't do it.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, he carried us to the end, honestly. Yeah, Yeah, so wildly challenging at parts, but definitely worth your time if you're down for a retro kick. So that was my first time in Minnesota, but this was yours.
Yeah.
What did you make of it? You claim this counts as real Midwest to you, yes?
I count this as real Midwest.
We went to Chicago, and Isaiah said it did not count because it was too urban.
No, Chicago,
too much
I
of a
didn't
city.
say that. It's too.
That's what I meant by urban.
It's just a big city. We pulled up to Chicago, and I was like, damn, this kind of just felt like a different Buffalo. And you were like, whoa, what do you mean? Yeah, no,
Chicago better than Buffalo, but
I felt like I was at home in Chicago. It didn't feel any different because it's just a big city that happens to be west of Buffalo. It did not feel like I was in a Midwestern city.
When I take you to my college,
you're gonna feel Iowa.
You're gonna feel real Midwesty.
I'm probably gonna feel real Midwesty.
Was this Midwest enough for you?
I would say it felt different. It felt different enough that I feel like I visited the Midwest.
Okay. What did it feel like?
It felt like it felt like if you were to leave.
Sorry, this is giving Cardi B's trial. She seemed security heavy.
Yeah.
Like she could protect the building.
It felt like if you were to leave the Twin Cities, you could drive for a while before you get to another big city place. Okay. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what it felt like. It felt like if something comes through here, through Minnesota, this is the one place they go. You know what I mean? Like it felt very, this is the big fish in the vast pond that is the Midwest, which is just different. You know what I mean? Like growing up, even in the South, where things are still spread out and everything, it still just felt like, oh, you could go a town over and there's still stuff to do there. There's attractions. There's things going on over there. It felt like you leave the Twin Cities, ain't nobody say nothing about anything else in Minnesota, in this state. And I don't know if this is something I first said in Minnesota or like what, but the thing clicked on me where like, your area
wow
is of a certain tier when you look at the sports teams. And if it's the state sport team, that's how you know, like, ooh, this is a little rough. It's the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's not the Minneapolis Timberwolves. It's not the St. Paul's Timberwolves. It's the Minnesota. It's the whole state's team. Whereas like New York, you got Buffalo Bills. You got in California, you got LA. You got San Diego team. You got teams that belong to cities.
Yeah.
If your team belongs to your state, that you at a different tier.
It was an interesting observation that I've since really
honestly,
noticed. Yeah,
it tracks. It's holding a lot more water than I thought when I first made that observation.
Yeah, man.
So, all that said, Minnesota was dope. I know they kind of been in the news for some wild stuff as of the time of this recording. But Mall of America, which I'm sure we're gonna get into all the attractions. I've been wanting to visit the Mall of America since you went last time. Yeah. You were telling me about it. It was like, oh, super cool, blah blah blah. So it was cool to finally be able to see that, be able to see, Ben and Leo and Sarah and all of our Minnesota friends while we were there, hang out. We got I got some fake souvenirs. I got a projector. I bought this projector while we were there. I realized that for most of our big trips, whenever we go somewhere, it's a great excuse to buy something that is a little more expensive tech-wise that I've wanted. Like when we went to New York, I got my AirPods. In Minnesota, I got this like little portable projector thing for the rest of our travels and stuff. So
Seattle, you got your iPad.
I got my iPad in Seattle.
Yeah. It's not every time, but it's a lot of times.
It's a lot. It's enough of the time.
It's like, well, I think being away from home helps grease the financial wheels.
Yeah.
Like, what if we just had some fun? It's like my Pandora bracelet. It's like, I've been thinking about this for a while, but it's like, well, now's a great opportunity. Obviously, that was a little different in that it has the location one, so it kind of was an added incentive. But it's like, it seems like a good time to pull the trigger on it. Let's get into the activities and things. I guess let me just start with the food because I think we just have one main food thing to hit. I do want to shout out that a lot of the places we went were kind of like places of convenience. It's like, oh, like this
Sure.
place is by our Airbnb, or this place is like nearish here, or like not, or it's open. So, but even with that, honestly, a lot of the meals I had, pretty good. I don't think I had a meal that I thought was bad. Obviously, we're into the Juicy Lucy debate, which maybe was kind of among the weaker foods, I suppose. But like the place Sarah randomly picked out for brunch, I'm like, pretty good little brunch. The place near our Airbnb, it's like, yeah, it was solid, not really any big complaints, some decent food. Yeah, so that was cool. And the Dan's Burger place I went to when I was on the river was actually like really good. So
yeah, I didn't go to Dan's Burger place. I don't know if I had a meal that I thought hit in Minnesota.
That hit. I know the Dan's Burger definitely hit.
Yeah.
And you know, people that were on the river, like, well, you're just hungry because you're on the river. And yeah, I was, but like, I'm a snob. That Dan's Burger hit.
Yeah. I went to like cultural or maybe socially cool things like the cafe. I thought the cafe was fine.
The brunch place?
Yeah, the brunch place. I thought that was fine. I actually didn't even really like my meal that much.
Wow.
But it was like, I was there with social.
I think I got like a tomato
friends,
soup or something.
You know?
It was like pretty solid.
Rainforest Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe ain't never going to hit. That shit
but
always
it was
trash.
cool to be in Rainforest
but like
Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe, I don't count that against it because it's just it's a chain.
Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, but like no one in Minnesota brought me there saying it's going to be a good meal. Like we all knew that thing was going to taste like trash because all they make is trash there.
Absolutely.
So that,
but it was cool. I'd never been. So
that's
like,
cool. Yeah, I mean,
I see some tigers in the rain.
Were you surprised by? Because were you the person that said I didn't know it would actually be a rainforest?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what did you think was in there?
I don't know. I didn't know they were gonna have animatronic animals.
Yeah.
looking over you while you eat.
Did you like that?
I thought it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good for what it is, which is like it's a fan like. We kind of went there for like the meme of it, like we're old, let's get drunk at the Rainforest Cafe. Even though I think I had like half of a drink. I think my drink was really bad too. There,
yeah.
It was all terrible stuff. I would only go there again if my friends really wanted to for stuff. Yeah, sure, I'm not gonna be a wet blanket. I'll go. Or if we had kids, I might be down to go. But even then, like the food is just so bad that it's
also very expensive.
It's tough to justify going to the Rainforest Cafe because the food is really, really bad. But
taking a family of 4 to Rainforest Cafe.
Honestly, if our kids want to go to Rainforest Cafe, like high key, like you and I, we don't eat there. Let's just eat. They get something for the kids. They can have fun. Say, oh, like we're not hungry, but you can get your food. And then after when they go to sleep, we fucking hit in the Raisin Canes because I'm not eating at that fucking Rainforest Cafe. And another Rainforest Cafe drag. Bro, the service was awful. It took so long to get the food.
I don't think
no one was rude.
That was not a Rainforest Cafe issue. That was a Minnesota issue. All the service was Minnesota,
but it was enhanced by Rainforest Cafe.
I guess it's.
But fair. I will say, in defense of Minnesota, kind of tying back to the Germany thing, which also granted in Germany, since I'm speaking in English, obviously it's most people are fluent in English, and the people I spoke to seem pretty good at English. But it's like I just feel like anywhere that isn't, it's gonna be something like a snob. But if you're not LA, if you're not New York, y'all are serving kind of slow. Like we went to, Buffalo. We went to Anderson's. I like Anderson. I love the food there. Those kids they did not have much urgency to them.
No,
not only in like how fast they fulfill orders, but also the way, like people that aren't in LA take orders slowly. Like it takes them longer to hear your order. Like you have to order slower. Like, you can't just be like, oh yeah, can I get a burger, some fries, and I'm gonna do a Diet Coke. You'd have to be like, wait. What do you want? I would like the burger. Okay. And then they like write it down or they put it in their system. And it's, I always on team worker, never going to say anything about it to the establishment, to the workers themselves. But between you and me, when we leave that counter, we'll be like, shit was really slow. It was really slow. So in Minnesota's defense, I think LA is just kind of fast.
That's true. Yes.
I think we operate at a faster level. I think it is. Places.
I think it is more that LA, New York are fast.
Yeah.
And we are now just used to that speed than that like Minnesota or anyone in particular is like slow.
Yeah, because I'm like once you realize everyone moves slower, it's like, well, actually, I guess we're the outliers.
Yes.
We're moving fast.
Yes.
Like
100%.
I'll think of something to order and I'll get it while I'm thinking of it. Like I swear to God. Like yeah, I will get food faster than people will take my order in other places. So I don't know, but yeah, Rainforest Cafe, it's a spectacle place. It's not a
The Juicy Lucy place though was good. Juicy Lucy, would you say is like kind of like one of the staple things they have?
Yeah,
there, right?
I would say that it's at least a staple food.
And what is the Juicy Lucy?
The Juicy Lucy, it is a burger patty infused with cheese.
Mm-hmm. Or in other things potentially.
Oh, what else is in there?
Like mine had jalapeno. It was like cheese and jalapeno.
Sometimes you can put other stuff in
burger
there.
Patty.
The burger patty. Okay, the burger. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So sure. Yeah. I forgot which one did we go to. We went to like the one that Sarah recommended. I had gone to the one Ben recommended the other time. It might be too hard for me to find it. They all kind of sound the same. They all kind of have it's like someone's bar.
Yeah, it's like Dan's and Ben's or something like that. Herman's or Harvey's or something
Was
like
it
that.
Matt's Bar and Grill?
Matt's Bar was the original. Or the one.
Was it the Nook that we went to?
Ooh.
I think it was the Nook. Here, let me show it to you on the outside. No, shoot. Maybe that wasn't it. I don't remember being on a corner.
Yeah.
But was it on the end of a street for real?
Yeah, it's like an alley.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think it was this. Yeah, I think it was this.
Matt's Bar was where you went before, which is where I walked into it and then immediately walked out to go meet you guys for Rainforest Cafe.
I don't remember there being a bowling alley at the bottom of this place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? And now I know for sure because it's got that Guy Fieri. When Guy Fieri came and said like the Juicy Lucy is good.
Hook.
Yeah, I said the Nook. Yeah, now I remember. Okay, shout out to Sarah. I do think the Nook was better than Matt's Bar. And I think the Juicy Lucy at the Nook was better than the one at Matt's Bar.
The Juicy Lucy at the Nook was solid. It was good. If I was to go back there again, honestly, there's a chance I would just get another Juicy Lucy.
Wow. Okay, so do you like the Juicy Lucy?
I don't know if I would go out of I would not go to the Nook for a Juicy Lucy, but if I found myself at the Nook, I would get the Juicy Lucy.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
If I was at the Nook, I would probably just get something else, which one comment that Sarah had made to us in our group was, you'll notice that only you guys got the Juicy Lucy at this table. Everyone else that is from Minnesota got something else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not saying that Minnesota rides and dies for the Juicy Lucy. It is just one of, when I go to anywhere, if they have a regional food that they're known for, I'll give it a little taste.
Yeah.
And I retried the Juicy Lucy because I wanted to like renew my opinion on it. Which is like, it did turn out better than the Matt's Bar one because the cheese was less hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I just stand.
That cheese still explodes out at you.
Yeah, gosh. I still stand by the fact that I think it's just kind of a nasty way to eat a burger. I think just put the cheese on top and let it ride. Like we don't need the cheese inside. The cheese inside does not add anything. It's just different to be different, I feel like. In the Juicy Lucy's defense, I'm also not a big fan of the smash burger. I've never had a smash burger where I said this is better than a regular burger. I've had smash burgers that are like pretty good, but I've never been like, it's not my thing. I'm like, I just think again, we're making things different. It reminds me of I feel like I brought this up on the show before. But when I was a kid, we'd drink a lot of soda, and my dad would always insist on, we'd be we kind of went between Coke and Pepsi. Like we didn't really have an allegiance. Let's say we're getting Coke, right? Okay, we're gonna get like 4 2-liters of Coke, but then for fun, he wants to throw in like a Fanta or a Crush, and sure, it's like, oh, we gotta change it up, we gotta be different, and I'm like, no one wants that. Like, and I like Fanta. When I'm in the mood for Fanta, sure. When I want a Fanta, as the song says, I enjoy it. I had a Crush or a Fanta the other day. It can be fun. But in reality, what happened every single time, Isaiah? We went through all the Cokes, and then eventually we got down to the bottom of the barrel. Someone cracked up on the Fanta. And that's how I feel about the Juicy Lucy and the Smash Burger. I feel like we're just trying to do something different, but it's not better. It's just different. And also, a lot of times, it's actually a little worse. So it's like, why are we doing this?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
But I enjoyed you trying out the Juicy Lucy and seeing what the other food is. Again, people say that they don't really make them in restaurants a lot, but that tater tot thing.
Oh,
is like a known thing.
Oh man, what was it called?
But it's not really a restaurant food.
No, it's like a home, like a a home staple. Oh man,
I forgot. I looked up tater tot casserole and nothing came up.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's exactly that. It sounds like
hot dish.
Hot dish.
So I still want someone to make me some hot dish because that sounds like it's kind of good in like a nasty way. But we'll see. What did you think of the biggie, Mall of America?
Mall of America was cool. I definitely expected it to be bigger based on I thought Mall of America, no lie, was going to be like a Disney park sized mall.
Yeah.
When it is just a bigger mall.
Yeah.
Like if you take the Buffalo Mall, it's like 3 of those put together, which sounds very impressive. But the Buffalo Mall is like a normal, maybe even kind of smaller sized mall. So like when you just multiply that by 3, you just get a definite big mall, but it's not like huge. It's not this. Again, I was expecting like, especially when you said there was like a theme park, not you, the royal you.
Yeah.
It was like a theme park inside, and roller coasters and this, that, and that. I was expecting to go in and being just lost. Like, I need a map, guys. Help me. Where's my parents kind of thing.
It would be nicer if it had, okay, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just that it's too easy to navigate almost? Because I would say like, I feel like they could have made it like less clearly designed, but it's also like, it's kind of impressive that it's so big and also like very simple. It's like just like kind of two floors or so. I mean, there's more with the aquarium and all that, but
I think that's the thing. I think it's like what, 3 floors. I think technically it's like 5 if you count like full basement to top floor kind of thing.
Yes, it's 4 floors, Wikipedia.
Yeah. So, I mean, and again, that is big. There, 4 floors is a lot in a mall. But I wasn't wowed by. I wasn't like, was it awestruck? Like I wanted to walk in and like look up and be like, oh my god, this is like. I wanted to feel like I was in a meme of that, like this is what society could be like if whatever.
Yeah.
Like where I'm looking up and I'm just seeing like floors and floors and floors of stores where it was like, oh no, okay, I can see the top there. Okay, cool. So all that to say. Still a nice mall. Still a fantastic mall. Every store you could possibly probably want they probably have a location in there, which is really cool. Of course, I went to the Apple store. I'm a big when you travel, I try to find like a cool Apple store or see if there's like a key location that I can go to. So went to the Mall of America Apple store.
You said it was regular though, right?
Sorry?
You said it was just like regular?
Oh yeah, it's just very regular. Went to got some Auntie Anne's, which I like. My Auntie Anne's is like a nice mall snack. And then we did the like whole Nickelodeon. I don't know what was the official name for the park inside.
Let's see, Mall of America theme park, Nickelodeon Universe.
Nickelodeon Universe inside. I lost my glasses on the Bikini Bottom roller coaster.
Completely avoidable. I must point out. I did say, are you sure you want to wear your glasses? I don't think you should wear them. I think they will fall off.
Yep.
I feel like what was with
exactly
that?
What they did.
You just wanted to lose them?
Well, no,
like,
I just didn't think they were gonna. Like I clipped them onto my little shirt and I was like, oh, they've never fallen off in a situation before, but I guess I also have never been
rides
upside down with them like that.
Yeah.
So
I felt like you were trying to get away with something there.
Yeah, no, hey, I paid the price. All right, I had to bust out my backup glasses real quick, and that was fine. I ate that loss.
It's hot on the bottom.
Yeah, no facts.
Yeah. What'd you think of the Nickelodeon Universe though? It was like a little theme park.
That was cool. Yeah. It's definitely like it skews kids for sure, right? Which totally understandable. But even like the roller coaster we got on was like it was solid roller coaster.
I think it's really fun. It's called like the Bikini Bottom Drop or something. It can't be called that. Yeah, there's no way it's called that, but that sounds like really provocative. But it's like the main coaster there. I also when you left, you went to go get I think Auntie Anne's. And I went on the Oppo ride, which was also like it was very cute, like and kind of fun because the design looked really good. I will say it's like kind of pricey for sure. I forget the price offhand for the rides, but it's definitely like it's carnival kind of prices where you're like kind of paying a lot for what's going on. But
yeah. Do they hide it by like you getting tickets or something? I didn't pay attention.
They like do a couple different pricing structures. I might be able to see them here actually. Ticket options. Well, let me go to it. Why does it don't go to whatever? It looks a little like obscured or whatever. But it's like each ride, like the rides cost kind of like carnival price. Where it's like the ride, it's like this kind of thing is $7, this is $5, and you have to kind of get to really have people like in a group go. It gets like pretty expensive pretty fast. Gotcha. We only like paid for a couple rides because we didn't want to like do too much. I did a lot when I went the first time where we kind of got more of a. I forget if they do have like an all inclusive kind of thing or not. I'm guessing probably not, but we like bought, a bougier one the first time that we went. Yeah, there were some other rides that I wanted to go to too that I just didn't like feel like making the time for. We went on SpongeBob SquarePants Rock Bottom Plunge.
Yeah, there we go.
It has a really nice first drop. The rest is kind of just fun. It's very short, but yeah, it's cute. I want to go on the one that like spins you around, but I just didn't want to have to pay for it. I'm like, it's kind of a lot of money for a very kind of cheap thrill.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that
Yeah,
interesting, but still kind of cool, pull thing in the mall. I'm looking at the directory now. There's Buffalo Wild Wings in there. There's a lot of food options in the mall. There's like 8 different Minnesota themed stores. There's a Capital One cafe.
Oh, really? I didn't see that one. That's cool.
They got a bunch of Caribou coffees. Caribou's still going strong out there. In the singular brand identity, if it got absorbed by Pete's a while ago, or maybe it always was, I don't really remember. But yeah, there's just everything the heart could desire. The Crayola experience, I'm bummed we didn't have time for that. You can make your own crayon.
Really quick, you know what I just thought of it.
Yeah.
You know what I thought the Mall of America was going to be size-wise? I thought it was going to be as like wide as it is, but as tall as that one Chicago mall where it's like 7 floors.
That would be insane.
That's what I was sold in my mind.
For those who know Chicago, he's talking about the Water Tower Mall.
Yeah.
Like, let's see how many floors that is. It's actually huge.
I think it's 7, right? 7, 8?
They're giving me like the square height and stuff. I'm like, just give me floors. Yeah, it doesn't want to give me floors for some reason, but it has a lot. It's quite tall. 8 floors, I think.
Yeah. That's what in my head, I was like, man, that would just like.
To be clear though, y'all, the Water Tower Mall, I went there the other day. That thing fell off. And it was low key, maybe never on, but like there are like no stores in that thing. You got that one American girl doll store.
They got the Lego store.
They got the Lego store. I was mentioning. And the rest is like, I don't know, maybe they got like one Abercrombie or something, like a Betsy Johnson maybe, but like it's really dry. Yeah. The food thing was closed when we went. It was a weak showing at the Water Tower
also
Mall.
Pro of Mall of America, which I guess technically Chicago as well because it's a big city. You can take public transit there and it's incredibly easy. Like, from our Airbnb, we just hopped on like one train and that train took us to the Mall of America.
I will say, not to tear them down, but their transit is not nearly as expensive as a place like as a bigger city. Like it's not but it's good for certain things, like the Mall of America, like the we took the bus back from the Minnesota United game, which we'll talk about in a bit. So it's like it definitely doesn't have nothing, but it's not like nearly as expansive as like a New York, Chicago, which it's also not as big. So it's like I kind of get it, but but it definitely has. It's got a bit. It's it's a city. It's just not a world city.
Yes.
In America.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, if you really want like your Midwest cloud, Isaiah, we're gonna go to my little small town, and then.
To be fair, I never said I wanted that. I just said I hadn't experienced it.
Nah, you want it. You want to marry it. Quick notes to things I did with you not there because you were working from home for a good chunk of the trip. I did one of the lazy rivers. They have one. I don't even know where it was at. I will say I kind of wish you went because it did fit that. If you go outside, there's like nothing. It's just roads. Like that was the vibe of like the river that we went on. Can't remember the name of it offhand, so apologies there. But it was chill. I gotta just, it was better than I thought it would be. Like it was more relaxing than I thought it would be. Like especially getting out of the water, like your body feels like rejuvenated. But it's just like not like if we wanted to do it again, or like you mean Edwin, we did a river. I think it's worth trying. It's kind of fun. It's not bad. I think also you get a water tube Bluetooth speaker out there. Really up the experience. We didn't have one, so it's like I would have liked to just listen to some tunes. How long
was the float? Like
it was long. I think we were there for like 2 hours or more.
Really?
And I think it's too long.
That's actually surprising.
At like 30 minutes out, I was kind of like, hey guys, when's it done? Because back to like a conversation we had casually in the backyard was about like the idea of pissing in the river, and they're like, you just piss in the river, it's just what people do. And I said, don't go pissing on me, please. I don't want to go with you guys if you're gonna piss all over me. Like it's not like that. So we'll say the river's a lot wider than I pictured in my mind, which makes it less disturbing to have people pee in it. But one of the reasons people keep peeing in it is because you guys are drinking beer and then riding a river for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, like it's just like a game of like hold your piss, which sounds unpleasant. So in total, especially compared to like weirdly pairing these, like the Claudius Therm, I'm more of a Claudius Therm bathhouse girly than a lazy river girly, because I'm also like, what's funny about like a trip like this is it really exposes me as being like a nature hating city snob bitch. But like, I'm sorry, I don't want like it's like I don't want mosquitoes. Like me from LA. I don't want mosquitoes. I don't want to sit in the piss river. I want to go to a spa. Like I want to go on Rodeo Drive. Like but that is my vibe. When it comes to relaxing, I want a massage. I want kind of a spa. I want like to soak in a hot tub. I don't really want to sit in a river for 3 hours and have to play like, do I want to drink a beer or do I want to, but then I have to pee myself or do I want to not? And I did have like a drink while I was on there, but I had to use the bathroom really bad by the end of that river. And also the river, and maybe this is also why they're like, it doesn't, dude, who cares who's peeing in the river? The river was not exactly like Tahoe, it wasn't exactly clean. Like it was green. Like when we pulled up on that thing.
Oh, really?
That thing looked. Oh. It looked dark. Now, once your eyes kind of acclimate to what it looked like, it didn't look dirty. But when I first pulled up to it, I was like, this thing is dirty.
Once your eyes acclimate to what it looks like, it doesn't look dirty.
No, because you kind of like, you get used to it. Like it's not that deep. I don't know. Like you don't notice it. I'll try to like find what it looked like on the vlog. Maybe it looked cleaner on the vlog with the eye of the camera.
So funny.
But yeah, like it did look like,
Yeah.
It looked ran through. Welch Mill was the thing. Was the river. Yeah. So if you look at this spot right here, like it just looks green.
No, it looks just normal. Looks like normal outdoor river.
Outdoor river dirty. Outdoor river dirty.
Now there are some photos. You do a quick Google search. I do see some photos where I'm like, oh, that water looks not clean. But
no, it's not, and it's not clean. But
yeah,
it's generally it was again my opinion going in, and also I just didn't know what the vibe of the lazy river was. My only lazy river experience was like the man-made ones in like Wisconsin Dells. So it was better than I thought it would be, but too long. I want a Bluetooth speaker, and that's kind of it. Like everything else was pretty fine, pretty chill. Like it can be nice to just sit and talk with people. But I think also like I feel like the big appeal is like we're outside and we're drinking. I can like do that in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Like I don't really need to be in a tube to do that. So I wasn't like obsessed with it. There were also times where the rocks like came up and like hit you in the ass. And there was a particular time where I had spent like 30 seconds like screaming, saying, ow, 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 I hate this, I hate this. When will it end? And then after that passed, very pleasant. But in Sarah's words, I was traumatized by the river at a certain point. So
which is fair.
That did happen to me. And then the other thing, speaking of trauma, we did an escape room. People who listen to the show may know that I'm not good at puzzles. And specifically, not only am I not good at puzzles, but also I'm sorry, I'm not as fast as these fucking speed brain fucks, okay? Look, I had a fine time. I definitely would do one with you. I know you said you wanted to do one. I think it'd be a fun, like, if you ever want to do one for your birthday or something.
Sure.
And Edwin's equally dumbass would have a hell of a time solving this stuff. But yeah, I'm just not quick at solving stuff. The vibes were very fun, though, of the place. I thought the place was super cute. I'll try to find the name of it. And they had, like, fun, like, little puzzles. Sarah, who's done, I think, escape rooms before, also pointed out it's kind of cool because it's not like an escape room setup. It's like a challenge setup. So they don't have like the lore of like, you're going to die in 10 minutes if you don't solve it. It was just kind of like, I don't know, an invitation to check out the challenge. Yeah, I'm struggling to find like the name of it, but it was like a super cool vibe. I'm sure it's on, if you really want to dig for it, it's on the vlog and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we solved things. It was cool. Again, who is we? Mind your business. That was my team. Was I that involved? I was involved as I could be.
Yeah.
In the context that I was playing. It's called the Lodge of Lazarus Crow was the name of the place.
Okay.
And yeah, I thought it was like really cute. Like, again, I'm not anti-escape room. I'm just not, I don't shine in a puzzle setting.
Sure.
And I definitely am not going to shine brighter than my colleagues who are like, who do we have? Jacob Geller.
Big brain puzzle people.
Kelsey, Sarah, and Jeffem.
Yeah.
I was set up. I was the only dumb person there. So if they invited more dumb people, it wouldn't have been as obvious. I didn't know how to solve anything. But yeah, it was a really like cute design place and stuff. I thought it was really nice. Other things. What did you think of the St. Paul Saints game? I don't know if you've gone to a minor league baseball game before. It was my first time going to one.
I don't think I've been to a minor league game before. That was really cool. We saw one of the goats, Joey Chestnut.
Oh
yeah, he ate like 30 pounds of hot dogs or something.
Yeah,
in the
apparently
first,
this is when I learned. This is the trip I learned that everyone in the Airbnb knew who Joey Chestnut was just from
insane
knowing his
didn't
name.
Know who Joey Chestnut is?
Yeah, like I don't know. And it was really a bummer that you knew who he was, because if you didn't know who he was, I could say that's just shit what people know. But no, you knew it. So I had nothing saving me.
Nah, you're by yourself.
I was alone. I felt it was a really isolating experience. I don't know who Joey Chestnut was. And then I looked at him, I'm like, I guess he eats really fast. Look, no shade to Joey Chestnut. You got a more successful career than me, dog. But then it was funny because the thing he had to do was more of like a endurance thing than a speed thing.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
So then, some of y'all got mad at me because I said, I gotta be honest, it didn't seem that impressive.
I think
the way they displayed
coming from
it,
you is also insane.
The way they displayed it, it didn't highlight his skill. I feel like the way they showed it to us.
I can maybe give you.
I feel like I was just they slid me the stats across the table, and I said, yeah, damn, that's a lot of hot dogs. But I didn't feel like I was part of that experience because they kind of just cut back during the game to him eating it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it just didn't pop on screen, I think, because was my beef.
I'll give you that. Yeah. I'll give you that. It wasn't as impressive. We also didn't get up and walk over to where he was eating and everything. Like, I wonder if seeing the hot dogs out on the table would have been
touching
like
the dog, taking a bite out of one.
But yeah, so Joey Chestnut was there,
and his friend,
who ate like, I don't know, 3 hot dogs of the.
Isn't his friend also a competitive eater? That was like another guy.
He wasn't competing with Joey Chestnut. I can tell
that's
you
the
that
other
right
thing too.
now.
I was like, oh, Joe, and then there was that other guy there. It kind of just distracted from like, you know.
I was surprised to see how small the baseball stadium was, like as a minor league stadium, in the middle of a city. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Like even major league, you know, the was it Fenway in Boston? Is that Fenway? I think it's Fenway. The Boston, you know, where Boston plays, like that's a small baseball stadium compared to even like the Giants thing, which is also like in the middle of a city, but it's like along the water, so like they can do a lot more with it. The St. Paul Saints was like tiny. Like there were 2 instances. I was waiting in line to get I think I wanted like a popcorn or something.
Sure.
And in 2 plays back to back, a player hit a baseball like at the concession stand. Like it hit the concession stand.
Wow.
And like it hit a woman after bouncing off of the concession stand.
Oh my God.
Like,
was she okay?
Yeah, they like came over and they like wrapped her leg and like
oh my God.
did all this stuff. She had like bruises and stuff.
Jeez.
She was like an older white lady too. So like she was bruising up really easily. And I was like, oh man, that sucks to be you. I hope you get some compensation. Free tickets to another game or something.
Jeez.
But I was like, oh man, this place is small. But that said, they had that little sports museum thing you guys went through. How was that?
It was cool.
It sounded like it was going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. They had like stuff from the team, like stuff from like the history of the sport. And it was air conditioned, which was like pretty sweet.
It was.
I think
hot
it was
there. Oh my gosh.
It
was really hot.
The whole trip.
And a lot of mosquitoes.
Swelteringly hot. It's funny because someone on the vlog commented, like, because I think at one point early in the trip when I saw the forecast, I said, oh, especially compared to what it was the week before, because they had hit like heat wave heat, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's not that bad. Like, that's nice. It was actually really fucking hot the whole time. My sweat was sweating in Minnesota. It was crazy. But yeah, no, I had a similar thing with the I was shocked by how small it was, but it did make for like kind of a, in terms of like the stadium vibes to me, almost like a nicer experience. Yeah. It wasn't as like spectacle as like a bigger stadium, obviously. Yeah. But it made it so that like our I don't know how much our seats actually like would cost if we like were to buy them. We kind of got like a hookup through like Kelsey and her connections, but like we were so much closer than I normally am for like a baseball game, especially like you know I'd be up there when we see the Dodgers. We're up in the clouds with the planes, like we're so like that was kind of cool. But you were gonna say something in that regard.
The place was so small though, like there wasn't really that much up there you could get.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean? Like you almost are forced to have a good seat.
Yeah, well that's kind of what I meant. Like it's like there's no bad seat really. I mean, I'm sure maybe there is like a weird obstructive view or something, but like it's all like very like chill. They had a lot of stuff for like kids, which I thought was cute. They had like a little like kid rock climbing wall, the coloring zone. They also had the iconic baseball drink bat.
Yeah.
But instead of beer, which this shocked me, they do a cocktail inside of it.
Big cocktail place, this Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota, y'all love
surprised.
the cocktails out there. I figured oh, beer, yeah, sure. But like I didn't think y'all were rocking with cocktails, but like, yeah, y'all love a little drinky drink.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. But yeah, I got the beer bat of the gin tonic. Was it hot by the end? Yeah. Yeah, it was warm. But I did finish it. And it was cool. The rest of the food, normal. I didn't get anything crazy. I got like a hot dog. It was fine. Yeah, that's kind of it for like my food. They had a fireworks show at the end.
Yeah.
But it wasn't synced up to the music, which was kind of like strange. But they had extra dumb stuff because it's minor league. So like Major League also has like little and for fun. Look at this. Most sports does basketball, football, everything. Even soccer is like the least entertaining in that regard. Like we don't really do as much for like catering to people who like are just there to have a good time. But they had some fun stuff like they had some little pigs come out. I don't know why.
Awesome, yeah.
Apparently it was the same pig every time, but he was always wearing a different outfit. So it gave me the illusion of there's like pigs everywhere, and it was like really cute.
Yeah, it was cool.
So I like that part, and yeah, it was just chill time. Again, not a lot to say on the team itself. Really, we lost pretty badly, right? Actually, it's like kind of a big gap.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. When it comes to baseball and a lot of sports, like if it's a sport I don't follow, I often sit there and just disassociate. I don't really know what's going on. I just kind of let it wash over me.
Yeah.
And that's also what I did here. And
that's fair.
It was chill. It was fine. I would recommend it. It's kind of a fun zag outside of like just going to like a major league game, probably a bit cheaper, maybe easier to get tickets. Yeah, it was cool. Like it was a good time. I didn't really have any like complaints or critiques about the experience overall. And I had the other snack I had some donuts, and they were really good. They were really fresh. Like they were like more like donut, like little like they were like holes kind of, I guess, donut holes sort of. And yeah, they were really nice. They were like classic, just like not powdered sugar, but they were like plain with sugar on them.
Okay,
really tasty. Other Minnesota things to touch on. We did not Minnesota specifically, but we played whirly ball, which is like bumper car basketball. Thoughts on whirly ball?
It's like bumper car
lacrosse basketball?
Lacrosse, yeah, where you have like this little like hand basket thing that you use to like throw a ball and try to hit these like targets on opposite ends of the court. Yeah. While you're in a little bumper car ride. It was fun. It was cool. There's a similar game for I don't know, the 6 people who know of Lasertron, who maybe grew up in like Western New York. I think Lasertron has a similar game where you're in like a little bumper car, and I think maybe in that one you're trying to like hit it through like an actual hoop as opposed to just like hitting a target, but same concept. Yeah. So it was I enjoyed it. It was fun. We played like a couple games and I had a blast. It was really fun trying to even like the bumper car is like steering wise is controlled by like a crankshaft more than like a wheel. So that was like fun and interesting and like a different take on everything. It was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun. I kind of went into it. I basically just, for any of this kind of stuff, I'm always like, sure. Unless obviously it's something I really don't want to do. I'll be like, I don't want to do that. But like, I'm like, yeah, sure. Let's, whatever. Like Ben did it before and he was like, it was fun. Sure. Whatever. I'll just do this. So I went in with pretty low expectations. I'm like, honestly, like this looks kind of whack, to be honest. And I think even in the vlog, I'm a little bummed that like watching the vlog back, I was like, this does not look as fun as it is.
No,
so I will say
it is way more fun than it looks.
I will say if you saw that and said, kind of weird, it's genuinely really fun. I had a really good time with it. Yeah, like it's not as easy to replicate in the sense I do think it's better with like a big group. So I don't think like the 3 of us could play whirly ball together and have it be as fun. But like it was a good time. I will say like it did kind of make me sore though, like the next day. Like I felt like this was a trip where I was continuously kind of physically beaten up. Like the river beat me up, the whirly ball beat me up. The only thing I didn't have hands was the escape room, I guess, in some ways. And last but not least, this didn't make the vlog. Secret content we did. Minnesota United FC.
Yeah.
Went to a Minnesota United game.
Got a scarf. Went to MUFC game. I love their stadium. I think it's so nice. It's like brand new. It's like they built it in like they opened it in like 2020 or something like that. Like it's It's pretty damn new. It's clean. It's elegant. You walk in, you can see the field from almost.
Okay, he's like, oh,
like
Dignity's kind of dirty. It's gross.
Oh, yuck, gross. It reminds me. It has the same.
It opened in 2019, so yeah, it's pretty new.
Yeah. It, as much as I don't like the team, it's like up there with LAFC as far as like just the niceness of this new stadium. And man, it just really makes me wish that the Galaxy, somebody cough up some money and get a rebuild going, because that's what they need.
I don't feel like the gap is this big.
I know you don't,
as you make it seem, but I guess to focus more on Minnesota United, since that's what we're talking about anyway. And I do agree, it looks cleaner than Dignity Health. So because it's like partially outdoor, it's like the concrete. It kind of gives theme park the concrete, like the flooring of Dignity. But the new chairs at Dignity Health, even though I just said I wouldn't talk about Dignity Health, definitely help a lot. Like having colored chairs in your soccer stadium, it's what makes it feel like soccer-y to me. Like it kind of adds that pizzazz. And yeah, I think I'm gonna mispronounce it. Allianz. It's like the field or whatever. They have like some really cool stuff, like even with their seating as far as like the coloring. They have like the giant loon. I love the loon as like the mascot and as like an easy like piece of iconography for the team. Not only is that very like Minnesota, like that's their state bird, I think, or whatever. But it just like looks good. Things about Allianz, whatever field that I liked. I always love like a partial like open kind of concept situation. I like that, especially with it being so hot in Minnesota. When you're walking the concessions, all of that is covered. Again, I don't think that would make sense for Dignity Health, where like the weather is so great here and like it's fun to see the palm trees. But in a place like Minnesota where it's very hot, it's very cold. Cover that shit up, and they do, and it's great. Other things to comment on, their flagship main store is really good, but I do think they could use, I don't know, more differentiation in their other stores. Like they have more stores than us, but there's not really more stuff in the stores. They're just kind of extra stores. So I would have liked to see something done differently there. On the merch front, though, a lot of scarves. Like I think their scarf game is like way harder than ours. Like they have a lot. Like they had like,
it's like at least 10.
Yeah, making I was gonna say like 12 scarves. Merch wise, definitely some solid stuff. Like a lot of teams, if not all teams in MLS, they have the collab with Mitchell and S, which has some like fun stuff. They have some cool like crossover sporty things.
I would say they had a cool like pet section.
Yeah, big pet section. They definitely love animals. Oh, they're missing. Not that LA doesn't love animals, but I feel like there's more of like, I feel like I saw more stuff for animals, like for dogs in Minnesota, which is funny because I think you'd think the opposite because like LA is such a like dog and purse town, but like I feel like y'all ride for the dogs out there. So that's cool.
Ride for my dogs in the night.
Yeah, like their merch was like a little bit weaker than ours in terms of like other stuff, like kind of t-shirt. Like unsurprisingly, we do street style t-shirts. That's very trendy right now. I think those looked better than what like Minnesota had generally. But a lot of cool stuff there. I definitely would buy more if I went back. We just got a couple things just for souvenir, scarf, a glass, magnet, stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff. I loved they had a couple murals in the stadium itself. I thought that really helped it pop. I wish they had more. Like they don't really fully commit to doing like the full wall that you can see from behind one of the nets. And something that I thought was really, really cool and smart and nice is when I was walking around, I was like, this is so weird. I'm not seeing any beer on tap. I see like cocktail taps. I don't see beer on tap. That's weird. It's Minnesota. Aren't they like a big beer place? They have like a beer hall that has literally like 30 taps of beer. And it's like a great place where you can sit, you can get out of the heat. It's a good spot to like meet up with people because it's like easily identifiable. Apparently there's like, I don't know if you still have to go up in order, but like there's a degree to which they will bring you your food if you're already like sat, like you order and then they bring it out to you, which is like really nice. Yeah. So I thought that was also really cool. I love that they have a like manual score. They have obviously the digital one, but they have a manual one as well. A hater might say it's probably because they can't sell more ad space, which honestly that probably is the case. But I like how they use their screen more than ours. They put more stats than we do. Like they'll have like randomly in the game, like this is how many shots their team took. Now, granted, I was like, how like well up to date? Because I felt like there were some things where they had like stops, like goalie stops, and I'm like, I feel like there's definitely more than that. But also, maybe they count stops differently than like what I'm thinking. The brew hall also is what it's the beer place is called. I'm watching like they did like a drone fly through to kind of refresh my memory on the stadium. But yeah, overall I thought it was really cool, really nice. Yeah, I enjoyed my time there. It was fun. I would go again. I spent not as much time as I wanted, but I did spend some time trying to study the team, trying to get to know the players, watching a couple games. We'll say they also lost their game, which I was like, it always hurts when you like don't see a team very often and they lose when you're there. But they did at least score, which I was glad because we went with Sarah and Leo, and they're not soccer people, and I really would have felt kind of salty if they didn't even score, because like part of like that's like the most fun thing that can happen like in a soccer game, really. And I'm like, even if we lose, like, can we at least score so you guys can see like what a score is like? It's really fun
and everything. Yeah.
The other thing I'd want to mention though with the game, something that shocked me was how like into every point of the game everyone was. People stood up for corner kicks,
which is
every
wild.
corner kick they would stand. And I was really surprised by that. Shout out to the dedication. Like, I love that for you.
We ain't got that here.
No, but I will say, and you know, different opinion, you know, you see one thing, different interpretations, right? So I'm like, because I think it's easy to say, oh, well, they're more hardcore than us. Like, they're not as like, you know, and granted, they also have less. Actually, they have a good amount going on. They have hockey. They have basketball. They have, what's their football team? Do they have a football team out in Minnesota?
Maybe.
The Minnesota something. Whatever. I think so there's two potential.
Vikings.
Really?
Right?
No. What?
Isn't that it?
Is it? Yeah, that is them. Yeah.
Well,
okay, so they have sports. And they have like the college stuff too. They seem more into the Golden Gophers or whatever. So, sorry, I said that really hatefully.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know why I did. I like the Gopher looks cute. He was there. It was a kids' day the day we went, so there were mascots from all these different teams. So yeah, maybe it's they're just more dedicated. Which like, hey, shout out. Also, the thing when we talked to Edwin about it, he said that we're like more demanding in LA. Like we don't like. We're not gonna like stand up for like every little thing. We're kind of just like more. You could say demanding. You could say snooty. You could say higher standard. Like what you know. And obviously, I think people are free to interpret it in either direction. I think there's probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think if the Galaxy had a culture where we did stand for that, we'd all be standing.
Sure.
We don't. I don't really feel like it's because we care less, but I just like. I don't know. It was just something that like soccer culture shocked me, where I was like, oh, they're like. I think I'd be curious to see what is it like. That's why like I wish I went to that Cologne game. Like I'll be excited to see like other places that are like, especially outside the US where they're really passionate about soccer. Maybe if you're just really down, you're just like down like that, and we're just like not as down. But also, I don't know. We're kind of like a little hateful because I think even watching like Minnesota United play, they were just a lot less like aggressive and angry than the Galaxy. Like when the Galaxy play, or at least like this iteration of the Galaxy. They're very aggressive and they're very mad when they fuck up. And sometimes I think they get too mad. I'm not gonna lie. I think sometimes like, hey, you gotta keep it moving, keep the attitude up. But it's like, I kind of wanted like a little bit of like the toxicity in me. I wanted that fire from MUFC, and I didn't feel like I really got as much fire out of them. But you know, would still definitely see them play again. I think that there'll be a fun secondary team on the Apple TV that we have. So yeah, shout out to the Loons. But any other Minnesota highlights that you want to get to?
Not that I can think of.
Would you go back like outside of like the MinnMax of it all? Obviously, I went for work both times I've gone.
I could see doing like just a trip to Minnesota. Yeah.
I think I'd want to pair it with some other stuff, like kind of like a Midwest extravaganza.
I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. But I mean, like there again, it's a big enough city. They have enough sports teams and theme park. Like there's.
I want to go to that thing that Ben got kicked out of.
The Valley Fair.
Yeah, I want to go to Valley Fair.
Something like that could be cool. Like I think there's enough to justify a return trip outside of like work content. Especially given that. I mean, the people are still there. Like, we still have like friends and stuff there. So yeah, totally. I
want to go back with money so I can shop at the Mall of America more because like you don't get taxes on the clothes. So
and the meetup also happened, right? Shout out to the few folks, gang who came through.
Literally, like when I'm horrible with names and I met so many people in the last like 6 weeks that it's all like a blur. But like the walk by like gang. It's like
that was awesome.
That's enough to keep me going through the rest of the year. Like that was really, really cool. Thank you guys for saying hi.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because Isaiah loves to hate on himself. He loves to think that like he loves to add asterisks to his wins. So it's like people be like, oh, Isaiah, I listen to both of you guys. It's like, yeah, we're in
like,
there.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's us. We're a unit. We're a squad. So yeah, thank you for listening and saying hello. And yeah, it was really fun doing the meetup, meeting, fans of MinnMax who support the content, doing the giveaways. The brewery that we were at was really fun. It was Udapil's brewery, which they are kind of like a sponsor of us. They stock Ben's basement with beer, and I think they might have like an ad read at some point. I don't. Or they're on the wall. They're involved. They've been a kind of a partner with us for a long time. And if we did live in Minnesota, we'd never have to buy beer again. That would be nice. But I think I'll keep it as a place to visit for now. But yeah, a little home away from home with our friends over there in Minnesota. But yeah, all right. Heading off to poll of the show.
Poll the show.
Poll of the show. It's a poll of the show. A show is a show with a poll of the show. Also, okay. So last episode, which was a lifetime ago, we asked, how often are you asking a digital assistant? I'm trying to, the one that gets triggered by anybody, hey Google or Alexa, to do things for you. And we had, actually, how do I read this? I can never read these like.
The vast majority of people are between like, on a scale of 1 to 10, they're at like a 1, 2, 3. Like the vast majority of people are not really asking their digital assistants to do stuff. A couple people are. Someone is doing it all the time. They voted that they're
that must
they're
be your nephew Caden.
Yeah, yeah, no facts. They're in there like swimwear, talking to their assistant all the time. And then we also went through and asked just because we also did a like what's the best game from different studios.
Yeah.
So we threw all those options up, had people vote. Like the people have spoken, and just kind of quickly running through the list. People have voted that The Last of Us Part 2 is Naughty Dog's best game, which totally agree. People have voted that Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim
that makes sense
is Bethesda Studios' best game. Totally makes sense.
Someone who put none, I'm a Bethesda hater. Also makes sense.
Honestly, makes sense. That's so funny. We have overwhelming majority of people saying that Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is Ubisoft Montreal's best game.
No love for like Laura's Adventure or whatever the
No. A little bit of Prince of Persia love, a little bit of other Assassin's Creed love.
Laura's Happy Adventure. I'm sorry, that's the full name of the game.
Yeah, the original like old school gamer. But yeah, no. Black Flag far and away is up there for people.
We got a bunch of different little pet write-ins. I'll read. Yeah. We'll split these up half and half. We got my cat Ellie is 5 years old. I found her under the loading dock while working receiving. She was barely a week old and in a dangerous place, so I took her. She had to be bottle fed, so she's pretty spoiled and cries a lot when I'm gone. But she's the best. Nice. So cute. Stieglitz, I hope I said that right, is my little boy kitty. He loves to curl up in my lap and look up at me, pick attached. I also grew up 0 pets and cats and got cats via dating. He's named after an economist. We name our cats after famous people from our professions. Oh, that's fun.
That's actually really cool.
And I'll do this third one. You can take the rest after that. Split it up half and half. We have one cat named Willow, who's 16 and highly independent, but food motivated. So we taught her tricks. Nice. I gotta go back to Bruce's tricks.
Hell yeah.
Our other cat, Prince, just passed away. Oh, it's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that. In May. But he was super social with people and cats and always loved to snuggle. We'll probably end up adopting another cat soonish, but it's been hard. Totally get that.
We had someone write in, I have 2 cats. One is a stray I found a few months ago and never stops yapping. Relate. The other I've had for 3 years now and is a light of my world. Someone else says Oliver Queen. Love that name. Shout out Green Lantern. Or Green Arrow. Not Green Lantern. He's a lab staffy mix. He's my best friend. He's the biggest baby dog in the world and loves nothing more than cuddling on the couch and barking at random noises to protect us. That's honestly very cute, very awesome. We have my boyfriend and I adopted a dog back in 2020. His name's Loki. I'm loving the theme of superhero named pets. Named Loki, and he's the best around. He's part of Mini Foxy. He's part Mini Foxy, part border collie and part husky.
Nice. That sounds
That's
awesome.
Amazing. He's a perfect temperament to suit our lifestyle and the best addition to our family we could have asked for. That's awesome. We also had in the poll of the show the ability for people to upload photos. I don't know if you took a look at those photos.
I did
but
start looking at these photos.
there's some just fantastic pets.
We got Neil Smith's black and white like little tuxedo cat.
Yep.
I don't know if there's like people versus like the Neil Smith but versus the like I'll just say the JPEG name and whatever that is, right? Tamara Spires. This dog looks great.
That's a good dog.
He's standing in the water in the beach. I really liked
I'll overlay these on top of the video version.
Robert Fitton has like some type of, I don't know, dog brazen up. It's a black dog and he has like a fake like a toy beer can in his mouth, which is really cute. Day V or Day 5 with the two cats. I love when cats snuggle up next to each other. This is the one thing that makes me want two cats because then they can like be friends or enemies, and that's kind of cute. And then there's Cassie K's like what was that, kind of calico, right? Sort of coat. I love that coat for cats. I think that's so fun. It makes me think of Reese's Cups.
Hell yeah.
And just hanging out with some gaming time. So yeah, those are very cute.
Cool.
And I guess to close out poll of the show, we got for the anything else you want to share. We have someone saying I'm using voice assistant every day for timers mostly. Very handy in the kitchen. Sense. The spinner thing you guys were talking about last week is called Spiralizer. Yeah, that thing. Okay. Yeah. My Siri's gotten dumber recently, and now won't respond to commands I've used for years. Yes, and no matter how I try, I set a timer for 50. She always thinks I'm saying 15.
Yeah.
So now I set timers for 49 minutes. That's really funny. That's so funny.
Maybe with the new iOS, we're gonna new iOS this year.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll fix some things.
Mine, the settings are all messed up. I have to get you to fix it. Like I'm a boomer or something. Like she won't respond to me at all ever, and like she doesn't know what I'm talking about. And I literally the other day I cursed her out because she failed me while I was trying to shower, and I'm like, fine, I'll just shower in silence. Whatever. What's going on for this week's poll of the show?
This week's poll of the show, we're going to ask about some of your hits from the opening night live over at Gamescom, and what do you like to do when you visit new cities? I know for us, we try to lean into the soccer of places if we can. Curious to know if you have any patterns you like to do when you visit.
I'm a big food
new.
person too. Also a big museum person. I was when I go back to Cologne, I'd love to see more of the art museums. I just didn't have time this time around. All right. That's it for this week. We're back, baby. At least until we leave again to get married. But mostly back. Let's go. You can send us your questions and topics to the email inbox@gamesandnotgames.com. Also a spot and poll the show form for stuff as well. You can follow the podcast version of the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, and everywhere else you get your podcast. If you enjoy the show, be sure to give us that 5-star rating.
5 stars.
Cinco Diamantes.
And if you're an audio listener, remember you can get the video version over on YouTube at Games and Not Games. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like and a comment as it helps us get the show in front of more people. Be sure to give us a follow on social media. We're pretty much everywhere at Games and Not Games, but mainly BlueSKy and Twitch. And until next time, gang gang.
Gang gang.
Peace.